Hello? Chat. Hello, everybody. Wow, hello. Hi, hello. Hi, hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the bug pinning stream. Are you guys excited? Fitting sweater. I wore my Xerxes sweater for the occasion because they sent this to me. I also wore my dragonfly earrings for the occasion because bugs. Oh, wow. So excited. Guys, we have a very special stream today. I have never pinned bugs before. I have never pinned any insects before, but I've always wanted to because I love them. And we have a very special friend here today who's an entomologist. You can pull her up. And she is going to teach us how to pin bugs. Everybody look, it's Allison! Yeah! She was here the whole time. You didn't know.
I was jump scare.
Were you surprised? Are you guys surprised and excited to see her? Here she is.
That was so fun.
Would you like me to address and ban your student right now?
Yes.
I heard.
Fine.
Allison has students, and I think one of them's here, and so I told her that I would get rid of him.
If you are here and I am your teacher, you leave this stream right now.
This is her day off. This is her fun time. This is my day
off. This is my fun place.
Guys, how many of you know Allison? Can we get a view count on here so I can see how many people are here? How many of you know who this is? Also, have you seen her before? Have they seen you? Is this a face reveal?
This is a face reveal.
Oh my gosh, that's huge. That's so exciting. Oh, thank you. Me smile. Me. Never seen. Hooray! Who is that? Nick said, who is that? Drama. Guys, this is Allison. She does the bug hunt streams on Wednesdays. She does chat chats. This is the voice of God on Wednesday nights.
I'm no longer the voice behind the curtain. The
wizard
curtain has been drawn.
Here she is. She's the one that answers all your bug questions on the Alveus channel. They said, oh, the one who answers all your bug questions.
Mm-hmm. That's me.
On Wednesdays. And Allison's an entomologist. And she's going to teach us how to pin bugs. And she sent me a bunch of butterflies. Allison, you want to do your own little intro and tell us what we're doing today?
Yes, I would love to. Thank you. I'm so excited.
You're invited to a bug pinning stream.
You're invited to a pinning, bug pinning. Maya's gonna learn how to craft. Also, it's been a long time since I've pinned bugs, so it's gonna be a fun experience for us both. But what we're doing today is pinning bugs for collection purposes. Some of these I'm actually sending to the Smithsonian for like a master collection of periodical cicadas. Yeah, so one of our alma maters, someone who I'm pretty close with, he is one of their curators, which is a job you can have as an entomologist. You can literally just keep bugs in collections for fun. And I am sending him some research specimens. But what we have today here are a whole bunch of exotic butterflies. So this was intended to be a research collection. They had collected these butterflies, but over time, as these butterflies got past hands, the data got lost, and so we can't use them for research, so what we can use them for is art. I have my bag, too.
Yay!
These butterflies are maybe older than you. They're from anywhere from like 1988 to like 1999, and there's some from 2000. So the pinning quality might not be amazing, but we're just going to give them a second life because they deserve a better life than being in a bag.
Also, insane shout out. Allison sent these to me, like shipped them here, shipped a little pinning kit. She gave me an example for how to pin them with this paper butterfly and pins, which I haven't opened yet, and styrofoam, and I got a bunch of my own styrofoam. So I'm ready to rock and roll.
Space. Yeah, you're going to want to like give everything a little bit of space to hang out.
There's so many.
If you take the fake butterfly off. So I put like a different couple pinning strategies and we'll talk about it. But if you actually lift it up, it has a face because we pin butterflies face down. So there's a smiley face hiding under that butterfly.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's education.
Yay!
We're learning. I was like, how do I communicate that the butterfly needs to be face down? But okay, so like I want to come out with some disclaimers first.
Yes.
It's not going to look perfect. It's an art. It takes practice and skill. I have my very first insect collection ever.
I want to see. I want to see in detail.
Here she is.
Okay.
And she's had a hard life.
You say that that's bad, but I would see this and not think like I would just be like, "Oh, beautiful, pin bugs."
So this is one of those collections that we wouldn't use for research; we'd use for art, right? So I think like the oldest pin insect is from the 1700s, and people just continue to do it because of research and figuring out what we had around. And collections really work as a good baseline because you don't know what we have unless you have a record of it, and so that's what pinning originally was. This was me learning. And so you see I've got some, polyphemus moths. You know that caterpillar you posted online? That's that.
The one we saw at the neighbors, guys, the fat green one?
Yes.
Cool.
I've got some of these exotic butterflies that I've tried to pin in the past. But this is like my very first collection. And so,
It's beautiful.
You get better at it the more you try. This is my favorite weevil.
It's so cool. You say Magnificus is the second part of that name. That's awesome.
Euphilus magnificus is the species for that name. It's like insanity. I'll actually open it up and show you a few specimens.
We love weevils. The people love weevils. Allison also sent me some pinned butterflies. You didn't do, or did you do these ones that you sent?
I did do those ones.
Ooh, look.
I realized I had too many butterflies in my house, and so I said, hey, do you want some?
It's so beautiful.
So this is Euphilus.
Oh my god, he's cute.
I don't know. Wait, do I need to do like the influencer hand?
Yeah, you're an influencer.
And here, I have this bug.
Wait, it worked. It looks so good.
It actually did work. So this is a weevil from Papua New Guinea. This is like one of my favorite bugs ever. And so my advisor got me one, and she was like, try and pin it really nicely, and this is not a good insect pin.
Why? He looks fine.
She got scoliosis. I pinned it in the wrong place. The legs are wonky. So, like, when they teach us how to do collections, they give us, like, these really specific rules that you have to follow. They're like, they have to be tucked in, and the specimen has to be as close as possible so you can preserve them. And I always used to get in trouble for like making really showy bugs.
What does that mean?
I used to like take their antennae and like make them really fun shaped and put them out there. And I used to get points counted off for that, but I just thought it was kind of fun. It's like, decorating. Okay, and I see someone wrote, where can you buy the bugs? So I really wanted to talk about this, and maybe we can talk about it a couple times, maybe like right now, and then we'll like get into the pinning.
That'd be good.
You want to think about where you're getting these insects, and you want to get them ethically. So there are a lot of places online that sell packages of bugs of the same species. And if you ever see that, you should be a little suspect of it. That likely means that they were taken out of their native habitat and killed and packaged for, selling purposes. And we don't want to do that. The more bugs that we take out of the environment that, didn't have a chance to live their life cycle, not great. So places where you can get bugs, if you have butterfly pavilions near you, they usually will sometimes sell those naturally dead specimens. Then you can feel good about it because you didn't have to kill it.
That's cool.
Or you can also look for more credible sites. There are small local shops that do a really good job of ethically sourcing their insects. But be wary because they sell butterfly collections at Spencer's, and those are not ethically collected butterflies.
That's bizarre.
I know, and you can also start local. You can collect your own bugs and start your own research collection. Some universities actually might like some of those. Okay, this is one other really cool one. This is a beetle from Arizona.
So you got to influencer hand the beetle.
Oh, here we go.
They're nice. Wow.
It's a scarabaeid. So we've seen a lot of dung beetles on stream. This is in that same family. This is from Tucson, Arizona.
So pretty.
I know. And so bugs are shiny because, like, we have a hard time seeing shiny things. And
I
so
heard you
birds have
talking
a hard
about that the
time-
other night.
Yeah, birds have a hard time seeing shiny. So then bugs became shiny to avoid predators.
Genius.
Yeah,
Guys,
anyways.
Allison has so many crazy bug stories, and I want to talk about all of them today.
It never stops.
Every
It never
single
stops.
one of them.
Maya gave me a new job title the other day that was like Hotline for Insane People, and it's perfect.
Wait,
That's what I
yeah. Can you explain what that means? Sometimes Allison will message me and tell me about crazy calls that she's getting because she has a hotline for crazy people about bugs.
Yes, and the other day, it was a day. Me and like one of my coworkers were dealing with a woman that was being accosted by gecko lizards, and we were trying to like help her and figure that out. And during that time, I got a phone call about a woman trying to shoot a spider with a shotgun in her house. It was a little
Allison had to
spider.
talk her down from using her firearm in her home on a spider.
I was like, ma'am, please do not discharge your weapon in your own home.
It's not worth it.
I was
Please.
like, it's gonna be fine. I was like, a shoe works just as fine if you really want to kill it. I was like, maybe a cup with a piece of paper.
And then you said a dust bunny story the other day.
I keep that email on my phone on a regular basis. I had someone who messaged me and they sent me samples in the mail. They also sent me photos, and they told me about this bug problem they had. It was in their bathroom, and they were really scared because the bugs are really aggressive, and they were standing confronting them. And the description was like, no eyes, no organs, no hair, just nothing but legs. And it was standing confronting me. And my favorite part is I put a glass on it, or I sprayed it with antibacterial soap, and it's seemingly to slowly die. I put a glass on it. I've been too scared to look.
It was dust.
No, it was a dust bunny. It was a dust bunny. And my favorite part was like, I'm not real tech wise with all this. And it was spelled TECK.
Tech wise.
It was like, will you please call me? Being an entomologist, you experience a lot. Everyone's really curious. Sometimes I feel like I'm being used as like a walking Google.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's fun. I enjoy it. It's a challenge.
That is true. I admit, I send Allison a lot of bug photos. And I'm like, what's this? What's this? What is this? What does this sting? What is this? Yeah, that's some of the price to pay, I guess, being a bug gal.
It happens. It happens. But yeah, do you want to start first?
Shall we begin? Okay. I'm kind of nervous. I don't want to mess them up.
So you don't have to do it. You can wait, and I can pin one, and you can watch me, and you can try.
Yeah.
And then maybe we can pin along together. How does that work?
Excellent. Brilliant.
Okay, cool.
Wonderful.
Okay, cool. My hands are super shaky. Why? 'Cause I'm nervous. I'm just a baby. So don't judge me. I've got like old man withdrawal hands, but I'm gonna do the influencer thing. It's just gonna be an experience. We're gonna have joy together.
You're a bug. Are there bug influencers? I guess like macro photography people.
No, yes, there are seriously there are bug influencers, hardcore.
Oh, I'm missing out. Okay,
it's a thing. Sebastian is one.
That's true. He does photography. He does macro photography.
Yeah.
Okay, you're a bug influencer today.
Today, I'm a bug influencer. So I'm actually going to start with an invalid, and just a fun fact, these are butterflies with 4 legs. They have 2 legs that are like vestigial. They don't work. And they think that they're like an extra sniffer for the butterfly because they smell with the front legs and the antennae.
I have a question, unrelated, but
yes.
kind of related. I'm going to have a lot of questions. Is it true there's butterflies that have eyes on their penis?
They have some have light sensing receptors, but they're not true eyes.
Okay.
They're not like the compound eyes with the ocelli.
Right.
Have like pretty poor vision, but they can detect like wind and light changes, and that's a lot of the times how they find places to mate, and also how they like their circadian rhythm works, like their brain, their clock for how they sleep.
Cool. Okay.
Anyways, we're starting.
Continuing.
You can use, so like if you ever wanted to pin your own bugs and you didn't want to buy insect pins, you can use sewing pins. Like go to Joann's, hit that lady up, get some pins. But what I've gone and done, influencer hand, is taken a pin and I've stuck it through the thorax of the butterfly.
Okay.
So on your pretend butterfly, we had our head, our thorax, our abdomen. I went ahead and just kind of grasped it. So I took the pin out. Here I am, influencer version, pin, butterfly. This one changes in UV light, so I'm going to show you some really cool stuff. And then what I'm going to do is focus, and I'm going to just take it through the middle of the thorax. So I've got, here's my hand. This is an excellent product called chitin. It's one of my favorites, link in bio. Sorry.
She's doing it.
And so I took it through the thorax, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a spreader board first because I had one, and then I'm going to switch to styrofoam.
Okay.
I dug you a little channel with some scissors because we kind of want our wings to be parallel to the board. Like we want them to be where we can actually spread them. And I'm going to adjust this dude. And then I've got to start. Here, I've got to start. Here's my child. She's sweet. She's got antennae. So this butterfly is from 1988, which is kind of cool to think about, right?
1988 is crazy.
Is that not insane? Butterflies they're made out of our hair, and our hair takes like a long time to decompose. They're made out of the same thing.
A lot of people have asked like how they are preserved or how they don't break down.
It just takes a long time. It takes hundreds of years. The ones in the collections from like 17 to 1800, they use mothballs like naphthalene. I have the worst mothball joke in my entire life. Can I tell it?
Please.
It's horrible. I'm so sorry I'm subjecting you to this. Have you ever smelled mothballs?
No.
Oh, who there smelled mothballs? Is anyone?
Any mothball smellers?
Someone has to say yes for my joke.
Yes. Someone
said yeah?
Me smile.
Me? Oh, how'd you get your nose in between their tiny legs? I'm so sorry. That was a Connor level joke.
Anybody who said me smile, raise your hand and admit you self-reported.
Victim. I'm so sorry. Okay, wait, I forgot. So I made you some fun little paper strips. These are just like parchment paper. I cut my finger while I did this.
No!
And these are pretty much everything we use to like keep the wings down and secure because we don't actually pin stuff through the wings. And so I've got my buddy here. She's hanging out. She's kind of even on the board. And what I'm doing is I'm just kind of setting myself up for success. This is not the final pin. So I'm taking it, I'm sticking it in between the wings. And then I'm just folding down and bringing this set of wings down. And I'll show you in a second. I'm just going to take a couple pins and I might stick them down just to hang out like this. Here's my start of my work. So I've got to start. And now I'm like, oh wait, here you can see the light, how it changes. So the wings actually turn an iridescent purple and light.
That's so cool.
Here's my influencer hand. Don't look at my face. Look at the butterfly.
Chad, did you guys know butterflies have scales? You talked about that the other day too, huh?
Yes. So why we use these paper strips is because our fingers actually remove the scales. So when we use like parchment paper, we're preventing like rubbing off of the scales because that's actually like a lot of the design. There's very few butterflies that like have their color naturally or from their blood. The blue morpho butterflies actually lose their coloration when they die because a lot of it's pumped with their insect blood. But what I did was I took my little piece of paper on the other side and I just went ahead and brought both of the wings down.
It's beautiful.
So here I am. This is a start. We're not done yet.
Okay.
And you have so many butterflies, you could spend your entire life doing this.
Yay!
So here's the fun part where it elevates your butterfly from like hobby to art. So here I have my fingers on the piece of paper. I'm taking out this top pin. And what I'm going to do is I'm either going to take tweezers, which I've got my safety overalls on, Entomologist Deluxe. I'm going to pull up that wing, or you can take an insect pen and you can do their top vein and you can drag the wing really slowly. But you have to be careful because these are super duper old, so they're really fragile. What I did was just give you a really hard challenge, basically, giving you these old butterflies. And then I'm going to go do, stick a pin in, stick a pin in, stick a pin in. And that's my done.
I did it.
You did it, you did it, you did it.
Wow,
Yay!
it's beautiful.
So like, this is the start. And so this is what we're going to try and do on both sides. So we're kind of using this paper as a guide and then we're pulling it up. So I'm going to do it with the other wing. So you can see me here. I'm going to lift one up. And then I'm going to take probably my tweezers because I found out that this is a super delicate butterfly.
Someone asked if they're rehydrated the same way that beetles are for pinning.
Yes, in a sad jacuzzi of moist paper towels and water. Oh, I'm so sorry. My cat is now up and eating, so there's going to be some background noise. She's crunching. Blame Connor. And then, yeah, I just kind of check to see if they're even, if I'm happy with it. And to be honest, I pretty much am. And I'll show you the final result in a second. And then, because this is my own personal collection, I'm going to, like, gussy up the wings and stuff. Isn't it so cool how they change?
Yeah, that's so crazy. That's so cool.
But these guys are in the Nymphalla genus, so they're called brush-footed butterflies. And like I said, they taste with their legs and their antenna, which is so cool.
Yum.
But so this iridescence is another form of camouflage because they reflect off, and so you may not think that it is a bug since they're so darkly colored. So yeah, we got our first pinned butterfly.
Pretty. Oh god, I'm so excited. I'm really happy I don't taste with my legs. Yeah, me too. It's kind of weird.
Isn't it kind of insane?
It's a little insane.
And so I like for my antenna, sometimes you can like take them back so they're like less prone to break, but I also kind of like to take them forward. So I'm just gonna, it's kind of like a, choose your own poison. It's your own method. And then you can, gussy them all up. Get that abdomen straight, get that booty straight, and then you're good to go.
Do you think that it's easier to start with larger ones?
Yes, okay. I put in some super challenges in there. So there are these people called microlepidopterists, and they study only really tiny butterflies. And I threw some in there for a challenge, but I would choose like one of the bigger ones. So there's this one you really might enjoy called a Madagascar sunset moth. Mm-hmm. It's actually a diurnal day moth. And let me find one in the bag. Okay, y'all are gonna flip. Chat. I've got some like great stuff in here.
So cool.
So this is a Madagascar day moth.
Oh my god! What? That's a moth?
Yeah. So you have one of these in yours, and again, they're iridescent because they're trying to avoid predators. Even though this is kind of a showy moth.
I'm gonna throw up. How can you tell that it's a moth?
So there's a few differences. One, they have a hairy thorax and abdomen.
He's cute. Okay.
It's just kind of how they work. And two, they have much different scales. So these scales are a lot wider and bigger. And so scales are actually a health hazard for some people.
Yeah.
They work the same as like fiberglass. And so you can actually get serious like respiratory problems like asthma from these. But this is a really fun one. So you might try this one, or you could also try like just one of the bigger like papilio ones.
I think
traditional ones.
Will this work? I don't know.
That's a really tiny butterfly.
Is it?
Oh wait, let me see. Oh no, that's okay. Is it one of these? Is it one of these Papilio glaucuses?
No, it looks monarchy, but I don't know anything about butterflies.
Oh, I 100% threw in monarchs in there. They are monarchs. Yeah.
Okay.
So like I said, this was gonna be a research collection. So this scientist, in her prime, was traveling as the monarchs migrated down to Mexico to overwinter, and she was trying to do population counts, and she would collect a lot of these monarchs. And so we have like OG monarchs from the 80s.
Wow.
And there's a some of them.
Is this a monarch?
It is a monarch, yep.
Cool.
So that's Danis plexippus, and that's something that Xerxes works really closely with, because they're losing numbers on like rapid decline.
Oh my god, this is so cool. I'm gonna throw up.
So monarchs have like really been plated because of habitat loss, and they've had a couple bad freezes where they all rest. So you know how periodical cicadas like come out all at once?
Yeah. Okay, not to stall anymore, guys. I will pin a butterfly, but can you tell us what the deal is with cicadas? Like, what's going on right now? They're all over the news. I saw a girl. Yeah. I should have sent this to you. But I thought it would upset you. It was crazy. She made a cicada pie. It was a TikTok. Did you see that? Cicada. They're so cute.
I actually have the 13-year brood here. I'm loving the influencer hand. This is like my new passion.
The what? Guys, I saw a girl on TikTok make a cicada pie. Allison?
Yes.
What do you mean yes?
I got contacted by the news, and I was asked if I could provide any new recipes for cicadas, because a lot of people eat them. The one that one of my colleagues recommends is that if you get them freshly emerged and you take their wings off and saute them in butter and garlic, they taste like soft shell crab. Personally, I don't know.
Is that like chill to do, or
technically? I mean, they are crustaceans, and so
sure.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's totally up to you. But so this year we have a really cool thing. It's like the first time in 220 years. We have 2 different broods of periodical cicadas coming out at the same time.
Yeah.
Only one place is their overlap, but where I'm at, I have the 13-year, and then there's the 17. And these cicadas spend either 11 years and 12 months or 16 years and 12 months, or 11 months, sorry, underground. And then they all start and they all emerge at once. And it's like a protection in numbers type deal.
What are they doing for 16 years underground?
They're drinking tree sap. That is all
delicious.
They do. Yes, that is all they do. And they actually track time with how sweet the tree sap gets. So they only drink hardwoods like maples, oaks, things that like lose their leaves.
Okay.
And right before the last spring frost, trees will like up their sugar production, and that's usually when like folks tap trees for syrup.
Mm-hmm.
And that mentally, and cicadas like, okay, it's been another year.
That's
and so
insane.
They do that. It is insane.
And then they come out after 16 years and just get baked in a pie.
Yes, either they get baked in a pie, they get eaten by birds, they get eaten by squirrels.
No.
They're like super roughage. Yes.
That's crazy.
They all come out at once as like a success strategy. If a whole bunch of us come out and some of us end up mating and getting together and laying eggs, we're chill. And so many of them come out that happens. But it's really cool. So they can actually get louder decibel wise than a group of lawnmowers.
Wow.
In your area.
Cicadas are loud.
Mm-hmm. They get really loud. So the males have a special organ called a thimble, which rhymes with a cymbal. I'm basically just giving you my elementary school lecture that I did this week.
Hey! They love that.
Okay, kids, can you tell me something that rhymes with thimble that's an instrument?
Cymbal!
Yeah, they make the same sound. Their organ is like bendable, kind of like, those clickers that you train dogs with?
Yeah.
They're like the same thing, and they can just click them really, 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 really fast. And so they're really loud. And so the males do that, and then the females snap their wings. And so when the females snap, like the males will follow that, and they'll be singing their song and try to get together. And then once the bug lovemaking has happened, the female will lay her eggs in like the tips of really weak tree branches, and that eventually like prunes the tree. So it's like nature's ecosystem service. Yeah, it's kind of cool. And they aerate the soil around the base of the trees so that water can actually get down into the roots. So they do good things.
Cicadas. Good job.
They do their job. The periodical cicadas are much smaller than the regular cicadas, only because they're living underground much longer, and so if they have a smaller body, it's easier to keep up with. Yeah, cicada interlude.
There you go, guys. If you had any cicada questions, hopefully they were just answered. Okay. Should I stab this guy?
It's time. I'm gonna do one with you. I'm gonna do this day moth with you.
Can I?
So
I can like touch its wings. Yeah.
Yes, you can touch its wings. You can be careful. So what I do is I try and grab it by the thorax. So I'm just kind of holding it. You see we're kind of folded here.
That is
excellent.
Such an insanely beautiful moth. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
It is so gorgeous. They actually pin these to where they're displayed on the back, so you see how pretty they are, because their front's kind of drab, and I probably will do that. But so you're gonna grab it, right?
Okay.
And don't stab yourself.
Okay.
If you're pinning at home, don't stab yourself.
I will not.
But what we're gonna do is we're going to take our pen, and we're just gonna they have like a little hump in their back, and you can kind of reach in there, feel, press down, and then try and go straight. And again, don't stab yourself. And if it's crooked, it's fine. So here's mine. I got the pen through.
Pinned.
Georgina, gorgeous. This is the start. This is the start.
Okay.
Okay, so now you want to go to that board that you have that little channel dug out of. Oh, you have it right under you. And you're going to want to go ahead and set it so like the wings are parallel to the opening. So like you want it enough to where if you spread the wings out, they're going to lay flat. So this is kind of how I have it on mine. I have it where it's kind of even and I can bring the wings down. You might have to push it down on the pen a little bit more.
Okay. Okay.
Gorgeous. It's perfect. You're doing great.
Thank you. Hello, Intel. Welcome back. Intel's here, Allison.
Hi, Intel.
Like the company for some reason.
Oh, hi, Intel. These
Nobody knows
aren't the
why
bugs
it
that
keeps
you
coming
normally. These aren't the bugs you normally encounter.
Did you like that one, Intel?
These are six-legged problems, not coding problems.
Okay, and then we gotta. You're putting the paper in.
Yep, I cut you a whole bunch of paper meticulously.
Thank you, so nice.
So you're gonna take that paper and then you're gonna put it in the middle between the wings. And then we're just gonna fold down. I wish we had some like soft jazz music or something very relaxing. You're just gonna fold down, hold with your pointer finger and your thumb, and then take an insect pin at the top and bottom to hold it down and secure it.
Wow.
So if you made yourself a little pile of pins, it's so good. You're doing so good.
Thank you. It's beautiful.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, then put a pin on the bottom.
Okay.
And then we're going to do it on the other side. We're going to bring it in. We're crafting. Actually, you know what? The back of this moth is pretty badass too. They lied.
This little guy. Oh, he's crooked. Oh god.
Oh, here's my start, and then it's going to get better. Influencer hand.
Nice.
I'm going to reward you with a surprise after you pin this first butterfly.
A surprise! Chat, you hear that?
I have surprises. Intel, if you're here, I've got a surprise for you.
Okay, he's a little crooked.
It's a brand new, I'm just kidding. It's
He's a little crooked.
It's all right.
fine.
It can be crooked. You can straighten it out.
I'll straighten it out later. Don't worry.
This is a Bob Ross moment. Happy accidents, right?
Yeah.
OG entomologist, if you're here. So there was this company called BioQuip, and it was pretty much where any entomologist got any supplies from. They had these soft forceps, and I think people would like sell for hundreds of dollars for these things now. So I have them. Ha!
Nice.
Take away my
Allison
entomologist kit.
stalk to the moon.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start. Ooh, you know what I didn't tell you?
What?
You might have wanted to back it up down the board a little bit because you're going to pull the wings up. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay. I'll put it into the side of the board.
So now it's time to take your top pin off. So here, take my top pin off. And then you can either take your fingers or you can take a pin. So you could gently go with your thumb and kind of pull up, or you could go with tweezers, or you could go with an insect pin. So butterflies' wings are powered by blood. And they pump their blood through it to get them stiff and actually move. Nobody clip me saying stiff. And so if you get that top vein, you can actually grab onto it with your pin and gently move it up, or you can just take your fingers.
Okay.
And then you're going to want to pull that wing up so you can see both the forewing and the hind wing. And how much you pull it up is like totally your preference. I like a showboaty bug, so I pull them up where you can see the full details of both wings.
Chat, what do you think?
I think you did a great job.
Is it dead? Yes. Because there's some new people here. Do you want to redo your spiel about where these come from and why pinning is important?
Yes.
And how it can be ethical and how it can be unethical.
Hi. Welcome to Maya's channel. Smash that subscribe button. Tell your 14 closest family, friends, and members.
Oh no.
I'm here, new influencer. No, I'm kidding. I'm an entomologist. I study bugs for a living. And something that's really important for entomologists are making research collections of pinned insects. How do we know what we have in the earth? So how do we know that species are declining if we don't have a record?
Wait,
right?
That's pretty good.
And so a lot of insect collections are made for this research purpose, but it's becoming like a lot more common to do stuff for art. And so these butterflies are actually from a research collection. Oh my, you did so good.
Thank you. Thank you.
You did so good. It's so excellent. These butterflies are from a collection that was going to be used for research. It was by an entomologist. She was really active in the 70s and 80s, and she did a lot of collections. And she donated her collection, and it passed hands. And the more it passed hands, we actually lost data on what would make these good research specimens. So we lost the location of where these were collected, which is really important. Sometimes lost the date, lost the ID. And so basically we just get to use these for art. Other places, so like I'm going to pin some periodical cicadas today. And these are actually going to go to the Smithsonian, and they're going to extract their DNA. So they're going to have a DNA sample for these because there are 4 cryptic species, which means they all look identical, but they're different species. So they may be living in like different wood or have a different ecological niche. But for today, we have these butterflies from like 1988 to like 1999, and we're pinning them. We're giving them a second life.
Yay!
Butterflies and moths. But you know, it's important to have these because it sets us a baseline, and it's important to also ethically collect your butterflies if you want to do this yourself. So a lot of like butterfly pavilions, so like if you have a butterfly garden near you, sometimes they sell their naturally dead specimens. You can also look for like small shops that may ethically find these, but just be wary of, my wing came up.
No.
Just be wary of like, there's a lot of Etsy shops online that have like packs of like 10 of those gorgeous weevils I showed you. That's kind of an indicator that, hey, maybe they had shady business practices and they collected those from where they were from. And we don't want to do that. Captive bred is usually best. So this moth I have is being a really big pain in the butt, which we're probably going to encounter.
I have another one. It says Papilionereus.
Yes, Papilio. So it's a good one. It's a tropical butterfly again.
Tropical butterfly. Chat, we're moving now.
We're actually moving with speed and grace now.
We're moving with speed and grace. Allison, can I ask you a crazy question that you talked about one time on stream, and I just want to know more about it?
I would love to. Please ask.
Your friend that was a beetle fluffer?
Yes.
Was it beetles?
Yeah, it was.
Can you tell them about that?
I can. So sometimes it's really hard to identify an insect species. They would have us in class like counting how many toes something had, or like how many feet segment. And there are these groups of beetles, and we call them, like in the trade, we call them LBBs, little brown beetles. They all look the same, except for their Aedioguses are very distinguishable, and you can identify them to species based on their Aedioguses. And what is an Aediogus, you ask me? It is a beetle penis. And the way that you get those Aedioguses to emerge is to put them on a vibrating table, and then the suckers will pop out. And so once she had that very erect beetle, she would use it to identify it down to species. Sometimes that's a really common thing to identify insects, is by different parts like that, the reproductive parts. And so here's my moth. I just finished it. I had to use a couple strips.
Wow, it's so pretty.
Oh no,
insane. What is that one called again?
So this is a Madagascar day moth, or sometimes called like a sunset moth.
Madagascar.
And so it's a diurnal moth. So it's a moth that comes out in the daytime. We have a few moths that come out in the daytime. There are like sphingids sometimes come out in the day. So those are like hawk moths, or like hummingbird moths. We have a few that are like pretty big bird mimics that'll come out during the day. And that's just them playing evolutionary chess and not checkers, and figuring out how to get nectar and resources but before everyone else at night. So yeah, here's my ones.
Why are we killing butterflies again? You've seen my stream enough to know that I just have to re-answer the same question like
yes
75 times in an hour.
We're not killing butterflies. So these were all intended to be a research collection. Like, how many years ago was the 80s, chat? I'm almost 30, and that was in the 90s, so like 40 years ago. Ouch. Sorry, y'all. And so these were intended for research, and we use them for research because we need to know a baseline of what species actually exist. So we're not going out and killing these butterflies for fun. They had a purpose. They accidentally lost their purpose. It's okay. We all do sometimes. We learn from our mistakes. And their data that was going to make them research specimens was lost. And so when they were into my hands, pretty much they were like, have fun. And so these have lived in a box underneath my couch for a while. And I thought, why not give them a second life? So we're not just going out and killing butterflies, and we're not buying butterflies from people that just go out and kill them. That's not necessary. We're just giving life to some research specimens that were kind of forgotten over the years. And I know chat talks about me spanking mantises a lot. So I ran an exotic insect zoo as a part of my job. I no longer run it. I'm close to it. I no longer run it. But I used to rear exotic mantises for behavioral research. And I brought some pinned specimens. So just like we're doing today, I brought some pinned specimens of the mantises that I actually used to take care of and rear. And so these are penned for research. And so I have my deadleaf mantises, and then I have my Pseudocreobatra. I don't know if they have a common name. I'm sorry. Entomologists really get into the lingo. I'm actually going to take them out for fun. Because I don't want to spoil the surprise.
Chat, also for reference, Allison is on our advisory board, which is very kind of her as an entomologist. So she's our bug advisor. If we have questions about bugs.
I help with the bug care. I help make some care guides from my time in the zoo.
Wow, look at that. That is nuts.
are my dead leaf mantids.
That is crazy. That looks like a movie character.
Is it not insanity?
Insane.
And so I used to do behavioral research with these mantises. So they're called deadleaf mantids because when they're alive, they actually hide in the leaves like this. They hide. And then anytime they see something come up, they'll and come up and try and snack on it. And so we were like testing, well, do they do this in like different substrates? Like, how do they actually, know how to hide, or like what's a good hiding spot? And so that's a lot of the research that we did with these. This one's her name was Sally.
Sally.
She was a good bug. And so, yeah, this is why we pin them, right? So we're pinning insects so that I can show you the research specimens that I actually got to work with.
Yeah, that's
and got
so
to spend
cool.
Time with.
Hi, Sally.
I've got some other really badass.
Yay!
So I got those. And then these ones, I think I can just take them off. Are my...
Pretty.
Oh, I think they're commonly called like spiny flower mantises. These are my Pseudocreobatra, my baby mantises. They're really tiny.
Aww. Died. 6/1/18. No.
And so these are some of my other.
Bill Nye.
Sorry, 6/1/18. Isn't it sad? Yeah. So here's Bill Nye. Here's E.O. Wilson. Gotta name them influencers. So we were doing like longevity research with these, as well as like behavioral research for baits. And so like this is like pinning insects for research collections, kind of how it goes. But with a fun and funky flair, because I like it when their legs are kind of, pizzazz.
They look like they mean business, and I like that about them.
I got much better at pinning insects. It was a struggle in the beginning.
Someone asked, why don't they disintegrate? It just takes a really long time.
It takes forever. So bugs are made out of the same thing that our hair is made out of, and takes hundreds and hundreds of years to actually disintegrate. And so, they just stay in plain boxes. And you don't need any like preservatives, any chemicals or anything. They just kind of chill. Ooh, look at that. What is this? That's in a swallowtail. So that's a swallowtail butterfly. It's an exotic swallowtail butterfly. How cool.
Hello, swallowtail butterfly.
Wait, I want to pick out a new one. Or should I do the cicadas? Wait, should I do the cicadas or should I do another butterfly?
Butterfly.
Butterfly?
Butterfly.
Okay. Let me see what I got.
Chat,
I'll try and do something different from you.
What you expected? Are you having a good time? I was going to do this on the Alveus channel, and I was like, you know what? This is way too cool. We're doing it. So fun. We're doing it on my channel. I still have more surprises. I feel like Willy Wonka. Allison has some crazy surprises today, actually. It's going to be so cool.
This is my Willy Wonka moment. I just get to have fun in my chocolate factory and bring all my surprises one by one. We're like past the Baruka. Actually, there's a really cool example of mimicry in my bag. I have to find it.
Show the duck. Yes, Allison has a duck lamp. It's beautiful. It's incredible. It's very nice.
Can I?
It's very nice.
I'm emotionally attached to this dead tree, and I just can't get rid of it.
That's fine. I get it.
And then if we go further, we go to my unhelping assistant.
Cat.
Who was chewing earlier.
Cute. She got that cat from Connor, guys.
I did. That cat saved my life. Good job, Connor.
This butterfly has like green scales.
Yes.
This is crazy.
Are they reflective too?
Wait, guys, I'm gonna pin one wing and then I'm gonna show you.
Oh, I'm so excited to see.
Look at this. Hold. Maybe like with the
You might have to like twist it so you can kind of like see in the light.
Let me do the whole thing and then we'll try this again. Hold on.
Okay. I have a really fun example of
It's
like, maybe it's not a flashy butterfly, but it's a really cool mimicry butterfly.
Okay.
So like butterflies have spent their entire existence trying not to get eaten. And this one actually sits on the forest floor with its wings closed and looks like a dead wing.
What
Or
the
a dead
heck?
leaf.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so it's not an oak leaf, it's actually a butterfly.
Leaf butterfly.
It's a snout nose, so it's in the family Crambidae. And they look like leaves.
That's so cool. He's cute too.
Isn't he cute?
I love their eyes. Could I get a mod or space? Could I get someone to do command sourcing and just like put Allison's
where do we get the butterfly from?
Yeah. Like, where do they come from? There are a lot of people asking about that.
I mean, that's very fair because, you know, once you see these, you're like, oh my gosh, I want my own. And, you know, you got to be really careful about where you get these from. And
it's more people thinking that I, like, killed them. And
you didn't kill them. Maya didn't kill them. These butterflies are 40 years old. They're older than Maya.
I didn't kill them. Do you guys see the blue on this butterfly, by the way? What the heck? He's beautiful. He's amazing.
Are they older than Mick? We don't know. Sorry, Mick.
Allison, when did you find out about Twitch? Was it through Alveus or before?
It was 100% through you. I didn't have internet. I lived in my tiny house without internet. And Connor was like, can you help? I just got internet in December.
That's so funny. I didn't know that.
Which is why I'm like inept and I don't know anything fun
You're
or
not
cool.
inept at all. Trust, I trust you are not inept.
All I did was read books. I read 301 books last year before I got internet.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I just read books and quilted. Really have that little house on the prairie moment.
Oh yeah, Allison loves crafting. I hate myself.
Did you tear the wing?
I tore it.
It's okay. Sometimes that you won't even notice. I'm like having the hardest time getting to this.
I did this shot. I tore it off the cutest part.
It's okay. It's just a happy accident.
You can't tell. I put it back together.
No,
you can't tell. Okay, but look at it. You can see the green now. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, yeah. That's really cool.
Wow.
That is sick.
Amazing.
I just got a hold of my buddy.
This is so cool.
It's really relaxing. So like to become an entomologist, they expect you to take like a taxonomy class and you have to get as many bugs as possible and you have to learn how to pin bugs because one, that's a job you can have, and you also have to learn how to identify them. We all just used to sit around and pin bugs, and honestly, it was pretty fun. You know, we'd have like dedicated class time where we just do this. This
Thank you.
moth that looks like a leaf.
That's so cool.
Butterfly.
Wow.
It's sick.
It's beautiful. Do you know where that one's from? Or where that one lives?
I actually don't know where it's from. I know it's a South American species, but I don't know exactly where in South America it's from. My guess would be, I'm not going to guess just in case I'm wrong, but I would think maybe like Ecuador region.
I'm gonna make a mess today, chat. It's gonna be something.
We're focused. We're focusing.
The gap is too wide. No, it's fine. It's fine.
I just stopped talking. I get into concentration mode.
Guys, this one also looks crazy and doesn't have a name on it. It's like a... What is it called when people open packs? Opening packs? Look at like this. Whoa.
It's another swallowtail.
Swallowtail. Unboxing.
Oh, cool.
Wait, we are kind of unboxing. We really are influencers.
I mean, I feel it today. It feels good.
This one's kind of got like see-through wings. That's neat.
Some of them can. Actually, some butterflies and moths have clear wings.
Wow.
It's another one of those, like, trying to hide, defenses.
Do you have a favorite bug fact? I realize it's a crazy question.
A favorite bug fact? I have a horrible favorite bug fact about butterflies.
Okay.
So butterflies actually eat dead carcasses more than they eat flowering plants and nectar.
Love that.
Because males use it to make sperm packets called spermatophores and to mate and have offspring. So usually the first thing on scene for a dead animal is usually a butterfly.
Guys, butterflies mean business. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. Okay, here we go.
Let's see. The command sourcing, and then just have it say, like, these butterflies were collected for research in the 1980s. How do I say that concisely, Allison? They were collected for research, and now I don't know.
These butterflies were intended for research.
The gap is freaking too wide.
I don't really know how to say it elegantly. My brain doesn't work anymore. I'm just I'm hyper focusing.
Chat, thoughts? Or you can just say sourcing. Yeah, Maya did not kill these bugs. They were collected for research in the 1980s.
Yeah,
just start there.
That's perfect.
That's fine.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Or Maya did not kill these butterflies. Doesn't really matter. Did they already explain how they preserve the bugs? They just take a really long time to break down. Is what we had said. You guys are right. This gap was too big.
Strong.
I'm dumb.
So butterflies, they have their exoskeleton, their bones on the outside of their body. That's why it takes so long. So you know how we have fossils, we have dinosaurs. They just wear their dinosaur bones on the outside, so they're going to last a really long time.
That's so cool.
If you think about it.
And you've told chat before, but you've always wanted to be an entomologist, pretty much.
Yeah, since 4th grade. And I met a whole bunch of 4th graders yesterday, and I blew their mind. They were like, what? Since 4th grade? And I was like, yes, you! Even you!
You could be an entomologist. You could be an entomologist. Did you know that I didn't really care about bugs until, like, 3 years ago?
I mean, that's
probably
fair. It's kind of one of those things that we, don't really think about because they're surrounding us always, and we kind of just expect them to be there.
Right.
Or you grow up with like a childhood fear of bugs, and then you don't want anything to do with them.
I was never afraid of them. I just didn't really think they were cool until I started teaching people about them because conservation.
Well, they do so many things for us, which is kind of insane. Like something I dropped in the chat that was mind-blowing is that earthworms aren't native to North America.
Yeah, I heard you say that the other day. Guys, earthworms are not supposed to be here. Well, they are now, but
they're here now. They're established now, but pretty much all of the things that we had to like work through our soil were OG bugs. Centipedes, millipedes, subterranean termites. And so we didn't really have that service from earthworms, which is kind of wild. It's insane to think about. Yeah, there are a lot of insects that are deadly, like mosquitoes, and there are things that vector diseases, but there's also a lot of really beneficial insects. It's just this, that's kind of life, right? We have predators, we have prey, but they do a lot of really cool things.
Can earthworms live if they're chopped in half?
Yes, to an extent. It depends on where you cut. I'm not an earthworm specialist. I'm not an earthworm specialist by any means. I just identify.
Go experiment, chat. Leave them alone.
I identify invasive worms. So we have these hammerhead worms, and they're predaceous, and they eat red wigglers or like other earthworms, and so that's what I know the most about. Okay, I just finished my. Oh, the wing is crooked.
I'm struggling with this one in particular. I was doing really well, now I'm not. Hammerheads are scary. Are those the ones that actually have like the hammerhead?
Yes, they've got like the bulbous head. Yeah, they're super scary. And they love earthworms as a delicious little snack.
No.
This is a hobby that'll either be like really rewarding or will drive you insane based on how even you want everything to be.
And you'll cry.
Whether you're just having fun with it or not. I'm taking a break and I'm getting a surprise out in a second. Because I think that'll be kind of fun. Okay, here's my moth.
It's so cool.
Here's my leaf mimic butterfly.
That's so cool.
And so the back of the leaves were almost like oak leaves.
I love him. They said amazing job. Amazing job, Queen.
Thank you. I don't think I can fit any unless I do like a super challenge butterfly, which I've got.
A little guy?
I put in some really challenging ones for me because I wanted to kind of flex and also test my skills. You know, we got to flex on them, right? So
I'm really not good at this.
I collected these are Lycaenid butterflies. These are actually native to around where I'm from. But this is a micro butterfly is what they're called. They have shiny blue wings. But they're so tiny.
Cute. Wait, I feel like I've seen ones that look, I mean,
they're native and they're in Texas as well. So this is the same family. This is Lycaenidae, yeah. So this isn't really a super exotic one. There's many in this family. But they're all kind of like micro butterflies. So
maybe
I got one of these to like flex, but I don't know if I'll pin it yet.
Hey, I'm in Texas. Okay. Hello, Texas. Ooh. This has a label. This says Salamis parhasis.
Parhasis? Yeah.
Parhasis.
Does it have a date?
No.
Oh, how cool is that one?
It's really pretty.
Okay, so I want to do a fun surprise.
Surprise time, guys!
It's surprise time. Every time I pin a butterfly, I'm like, there's something I need to show. So like I said, I used to run an exotic insect zoo. It is like a part of my life, and I'm still like really close with that organization. And so I brought some live insect ambassadors today to show you how incredibly crazy insects are. And so I'm gonna get one from their travel case.
This is so cool.
I think y'all will flip. Very excited.
Guys, we're so lucky.
So these are near and dear to my heart. So I actually catfished Bill Nye with these.
What?
Yeah.
You catfished Bill Nye?
I did. I met Bill Nye solely because of these insects.
Okay.
So these are called Australian spiny stick insects.
Look at them.
Teateratum. Wait, let's let it focus. They're just living their life.
They're so cool.
We're doing one at a time. So these are Australian spiny stick insects. These are both females. And so how I met Bill Nye is I like essentially covered myself in bugs.
Okay.
And I walked up to Bill Nye and I was like, "Hi, nice to meet you, sir." And he was like, what's that? And I had one of these on my head and I was like, "Oh, do you want to hold it? Come back and meet me. Like, come say hi." So these are some of the insects that I used to rear. They almost look like a scorpion, right?
Yeah.
So they curl their tails up in defense. And so these eat like a lot of tannic foods like eucalyptus or like oak tannins, and they get a lot of like toxic stuff they keep in their body because they taste like garbage.
Okay.
So birds hate to eat them because they taste horrible, and they've also evolved to like cover themselves in spines. And so they always like to walk up.
Look at her face.
They always... Oh, you want to see the face?
Queen. Slay.
She's a queen.
She's so cute. Oh my god. She's so cute. Stare.
Look Wait, I wonder if I can get it. I wanted to focus.
There we go.
It's
good. It looks great.
These, if you actually blow on them, sometimes they'll shake and try and pretend that they're a leaf in the wind or a stick in the wind. There we go. So this is their natural camouflage defense. They'll sit in trees like this and they're like, you can't see me. I don't exist. Pretend you never saw me. If you see me, no, you didn't. This is their natural crypsis because they're a stick bug, right? They're a phasmin. I mean, she's doing the same thing here on my shirt. So another really cool thing about these bugs is they're parthenogenetic. So how the hissers that you have, it's Barbara, right?
Barbara, yeah.
Barbara, she can lay eggs without having to mate with a male. And she can lay them outside of her body. These ones also don't have to have a male to lay eggs. They're fertile.
Slay.
So you know how like dinosaur eats man, women inherit the earth? Same concept. These don't need no man. This is actually where her eggs come out. And you see how she's kind of like well fed?
Mm-hmm.
That's because she has like 90 to 100 eggs in her body fertile right now.
When will they emerge?
She drops them all the time, and then it just takes them like a hot second, and then they'll emerge as adults, or they'll emerge as young in like 3 to 4 months.
Wow.
But yeah, so we did a reproductive study on these and found out that they hold like up to 100 eggs in one clutch at one time.
Oh my gosh.
And they're just like constantly laying them.
That is crazy.
I know.
You could develop an army.
Isn't it cool?
Their legs are so crazy. Their legs are bizarre. Actual leaves.
Oh,
wow,
I've got one better.
So cool.
I've got one better for that, for the actual leaves. Bring
so
it,
cool.
Bring it. But
Chat,
yeah,
do you have questions that you want me to relay? You can ask questions. But Allison also can see you.
So these need to be kept under an APHIS permit, right? Because these are exotic insects. And since they don't need a man to have babies, you have to have a special permit for them. Because what happens if you kept this as a pet and it got out?
Right. Just like
bad things.
So many, yeah.
There would be so many. It would be unstoppable. And so that's why you have to have those APHIS permitting for these.
People are asking where they're from and if they're related to mantises.
Australia. So mantises are related to cockroaches, stick bugs, and mantises. They're all in one giant thing together. So yes, they are related to mantises distantly. But they're from Australia. Oh yeah, she likes to climb.
So cute.
And she'll do it again.
Climbing.
She's getting exercise.
So cute.
She's motivated.
Also asked if they ever eat their eggs.
No, they never eat their eggs because they're usually in the tree canopies and they literally just drop their eggs into the soil. There's no maternal care with these. Like they don't take care of their babies or keep them around. Okay, they just drop them and go. And so they're in like a different place. So they're usually up in the leaves, eating the leaves because they eat so much. I actually got pulled over by the cops at my college for climbing an oak tree because they eat so many oak leaves that I had to trim the tree, and I was going from like the base up and I was at the point where I had to scale it.
Oh my God.
And
they're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, they stopped me and they made me go back to my advisor and be like, I promise I wasn't breaking the law. I just needed leaves.
What? That's crazy that they cared that much.
They followed me all the way back and like made me go tattle.
What did they think you were doing? Like stealing from the tree? That's so dumb.
Oh, why was I climbing campus property?
Okay.
Whatever. But yeah, so these are one of my surprises. I worked with these for years and years. And so the males actually have wings and can fly. The females, they put all of that energy into laying eggs, so they don't have wings. And there's a really fun variant of these species. So you know how they look like leaves? They're really good at camouflage. If they grow up near moss, they'll actually end up looking like they have lichen and moss on their back.
What?
They'll
but it's
mimic
not
the
actually
environment.
Moss?
But not actually.
That's so cool. Somebody asked what their ecological niche is. How do they help their environment?
Well, I don't know if they necessarily help their environment.
They're probably a food source, huh?
They are a food source, although they're incredible at like crypsis camouflage. They eat a lot of eucalyptus in their natural environment, and they're just kind of one of those things. As far as like services, they may add, pruning, defoliating is something they do, but these are a risk. If they got too populated, they could be an issue, even though they're so entirely cool.
I don't wish they were everywhere, but I wish they were everywhere. Can you guys imagine you could just pick these up and just walk around the city, walk around town, walk her up to people? She says uppies. Hand her off. Look at so cute. They don't have names.
Look at the spines. No, they don't have names. They're not pets, they're ambassadors. So what we use these for is like a messaging is about the exotic insect trade. So it's a dirty business.
Really?
There are folks that will go to tropical countries and they'll come back with a suitcase full of mantises or exotic stick insects or beetles, and they'll try and take them through the airport and sneak them in. And they sell them for a lot of money. People online try and sell the eggs of these for, like $20-$30 a pop for a single egg, or like a small nymph. And it's a dirty, unethical business because these insects are being smuggled in like little cups. And, it's not a proper way to live. And so what we talk about these is like essentially ethical permitting, right? A lot of the mantises you may buy online from like websites that have like really, 90s names. They're like Mantis in cyberspace or like Mantis USA. You have to do research on, were these mantises either like captive bred, which is what we want, or were they taken out of their environment? So that's kind of the messaging that we use for them. Also, they're like a great like grab thing. People are like, look at that. That's crazy. So these are one of them. Yeah.
I love them.
They're very chill.
Thank you for bringing them out. That's so cool.
Yes, I have more, but this is just one.
We gotta get more bugs, guys.
Yes,
we gotta get more bugs.
Permit.
They're so cool.
They can hang out with me. Okay, I'm gonna try and pin another butterfly.
Okay.
I'm going back to pin.
They can help.
They can help. Okay. I'm gonna focus.
I want to find out where these dudes are in Australia. Oh, I can't.
Go to your local eucalyptus tree.
Go to a eucalyptus tree and poke around there. In there.
I'm gonna see if I can't get both on my shirt, but she's kind of an active girly. I wish they would do their actual behavior, but they're really spoiled. So, they'll usually like wobble, like how harvestman wobbles.
Yeah.
To avoid predators, but these ones are so spoiled. They know that I'm not going to eat her, so they don't really do anything anymore. But yeah, they can be our companions for the day.
They're too nice.
Until I swap for another surprise.
Some sort of beetle would be cool to have this. I do love beetles.
Beetles are such a pain in the butt to rear, though. So
are they?
I used to have to rear a whole bunch of rhinoceros beetles, and I had like a giant plastic bucket full of mulched wood, and I just have to feed them maple syrup. And they're just nasty little
like my dream. They eat so much maple syrup.
But yeah, you just have to like give them maple syrup and live in a box, and they live in a box for years, and then you get them as adults, and then they're very short-lived, and then you get sad because you spent like 2 or 3 years of your life feeding these little grubs maple syrup.
Oh yeah, and then it's glorious, and then they die.
I know. So these are actually really long-lived. So these females live for like 9 to 12 months.
What is the longest lived? Is it like a termite or something?
It would probably either be like probably a termite queen. So termite queens can live up to like 20 years.
That's crazy.
I know, it's insanity. But also like honeybee queens live for a long time. Some mantises can live for like a year or two. I got really attached to my mantises. I cried when some of my mantises died.
Aww.
And then it's really creepy. You loved them and they died, and then you're like pinning them. And you're like, this is fine.
I was thinking, I think I'd have a really hard time pinning if I knew the bug.
The worst thing I ever did was I named a whole series of mantises after all of my friends in college.
Okay.
And then it became like an expected thing of like, okay, so give us a death count. Who died today? And I had to like, my friends were keeping track based on like what their names of who lived or not, and it was kind of sad. It was pretty morbid.
That's so funny.
But you know, like a mantis ootheca can have dozens of baby mantises come out, and so when we were rearing them for like reproductive studies, we'd end up with like 60 baby mantises all at once that we'd have to deal with. And at that point, we did name them. Here's my start of this one.
Wow, so pretty. Looks like modern art.
It does look like modern art, doesn't it? It's kind of insane.
Amazing.
Isn't nature kind of cool?
Nature's so cool. How do you differentiate them? Oh yeah, how do you tell them apart?
How do I tell what apart?
The mantises that were named after your friends.
Oh, they all had labels. They all had name tags.
Oh.
Mantises can't live in enclosures together, so every single mantis had to have their own enclosure. They can live together until they become like preteens, and then they'll eat each other. So then you have to separate them, and they all get their own, like, they're all like juvie little chambers.
Valid. Is this a moth or is this a butterfly? This is a butterfly.
That is a butterfly.
He's super iridescent and cool. I'm really excited to hold it up and show you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Stand by.
And so basically you're just going to need to leave these like this for a week or two, and then they'll be stuck in their ways. Because what we did is basically we rehydrated their skeletons. Kind of morbid. Beautiful. Oh, that's a really good one.
Oh, there it is. Look how cool.
Nice.
Whoa.
That is good. That is good.
So pretty. Don't look at the one on top. I fucked that one up real bad. I did a really bad job. That's a shiny pole.
Like, it's just it's a Bob Ross moment, right?
Yeah.
Happy accidents.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I told you it wasn't going to be perfect. You saw some of my original butterflies. They're sad. They got that droop.
Allison, what the hell is this? What am I supposed to do with this?
Try your hardest.
She said try your hardest. Chat. No way. Should I give it a go? Now that I'm a pinning expert?
I laughed. You should try it.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a go.
So that's one of those micro lepidopterans or micro butterflies. There's like a whole group of taxonomists who study those hardcore.
Are entomologists, what are they like? Are they weird?
Yeah, they all look and act like the bugs they study.
Stop. That's so funny.
I'm just gonna be honest.
That's crazy. Oh God.
No,
okay.
Entomologists are fun. I would say they're some of the funner biologists. They know how to throw a good, event.
I ask that because every time I meet this is so crazy. Every time I meet a person that like specializes in a species, they're just weird as hell. So I imagine entomologists would not be an exception.
Yes. I tore the wing.
No.
No, in my opinion, everyone I know acts like the thing they study.
Love that.
I know a lady who studies not butterflies, like honeybees, and she's like super buzzy and fun and like big personality and roaming all over the place.
Are there egos in the entomology world like there are in the zoo world where it's like, I work with big cats?
It is ridiculous.
Really?
Honestly, yes.
Oh my God.
And honestly,
we're getting the draw.
It's one of those, like, it's in like all science. So there's this like big beef between like applied entomologists and basic entomologists. So like ones that are like, I'm micropipetting in the laboratory, and then other ones are like, I'm feeding the world.
Yeah.
And there's big beef between them because they think that one science is like more important than the other.
Yeah.
And it's drama. And also like big names in entomology, they got They got an ego, the wingspan of this butterfly that I'm pinning that I tore the wing off.
No.
I know, I feel so bad. But also she doesn't have an abdomen, so she was already kind of busted. Are you doing the really, really tiny one?
Yeah.
How is it going? Is it stressful?
Honestly, it's kind of going. Like, I feel like it's going okay.
Wait, it actually is going very nicely.
Thank you.
This one's an L. This one's an L. I messed up really bad.
I mean, it looks good.
I tore the wing, and she's cattywomp.
Wait, this one has little purple wings. It's pretty.
Yeah, so those lycaenid butterflies, they're all pretty like shades of blue and purple. It's like kind of what they're known for in their family. Like that's how they're grouped together. Bug poop. Here's my influencer. This is bug poop.
Yay!
Nature's fertilizer. I just had one of my Australian spinies poop. We all poop. We all do it. She's okay. She's crooked. She's not my best. I don't love it.
It's beautiful. She's not going to pin the poop head, chat. Ew.
If you tilt your head like this, it's straight. But yeah, no, Alveus was like the first introduction to education
Twitch?
on the internet.
Oh,
yeah, Twitch.
Okay. What do you think about Twitch? What do you think about them? They're not listening. Everybody plug your ears. You can be honest.
Well, now that I know, I'm having so much more fun with it because, like, when I watched one of your streams before, I think I watched it. I just got an internet. I was plugged in the real world. I was like watching one of your streams, and like everyone kept saying like, "Well, I didn't have emotes, so the whole thing looked like pog or like sad or hypers," and I was like, is this what the cool kids say?
That's
like,
so
am I
funny.
missing something?
No, it's them. It's not the kids.
Because like some of my students are funky, fun, and fresh with it, and I learn by association, maybe. But you know, I think it's a really cool thing that you're doing. It's kind of cool how you can passively check in on it at all times, and there's resources available. That's a sulfur. So you can find these pretty much anywhere in the U.S. They're also tropical. They're super yellow butterflies.
His face is so funny.
Oh, they have a funny little face.
Look at his eyes.
I think I might go for a
stare.
I'm feeling a smaller one.
Cute. I love him. Wait. I always say proboscis, or I always say proboscis. It's what is it?
Proboscis.
Proboscis. I always say proboscis. Is my issue. I don't know where I got that or why. Can you tell them what that is? Maybe I can. Is it crazy to kind of pull it out?
Straw. You can kind of pull it out if you want.
Okay.
So butterflies have like a super long tongue so that they can get to where the flowers are actually producing nectar. And it's like rolled up like a silly straw. And so basically they have to unfurl that tongue. And there are some moths that have proboscises that are like, I think the longest one is like 11 inches long, which is insane. But it's to get down into a really deep flower. And so it's a specialist just for that flower, and it only pollinates that flower.
Cool, huh, guys?
Yeah.
Tongue.
But no, I've had a lot of fun with Twitch. I've had a lot of fun with Discord. People from the Discord helped me make this very high-tech visual that you're seeing today in my workspace. My phone is currently resting on 6 cookbooks and a recipe book holder.
Wow.
And then we found a lamp to give me light.
That's incredible.
I'm going to try for this one. Oh, and you can see the proboscis on this one too.
So pretty. So cool.
She's a teeny weeny.
Just so you guys know, I'm having the time of my life. Allison, just so you know, this is the best day of my life. Yeah. I'm having so much fun.
This is such a good day off.
This is my dream.
I have to bake a cake after this.
Entomologist day off. She pins bugs.
Yeah, this is relaxing.
And bakes a cake. Maya really has fun for once. Oh, I'm having so much fun. My dream.
This is a relaxing, like you put on some music and you just relax and have fun.
Are you removing the brown paper later? Yeah. How long do we leave them? A couple
Probably
weeks?
like a week or two. Yeah. And then they'll be perfectly set. Like, so let me, I'm going to put these bugs up because there will be others. But I'll show you kind of what they look like when they're
More bug
dry.
friends. So cool.
Say bye.
Oh, that's true. She said visiting the insect collection in Brazil was the best day of her life. Liar. Well, that was the best day of my life. That day has passed. Now I have today.
But this is your IRL bug. This is your own. You're going to own all these.
I went to the National Institute. Oh, I sent you a bunch of pictures. What am I talking about?
Yes.
Of Amazonian research. I saw a bunch of bug collections there. It was amazing. It was amazing. So many bugs. Guys, so, this one is so pretty. Are you kidding me?
Let me see.
Is Allison a teacher too? Yeah.
Yeah.
But you teach like college. Well, you teach like all ages of folks, huh?
I do. I teach anywhere from like elementary school to like 80-year-old. I teach some college classes.
It's a huge amount of people.
The window is insanity.
Everybody.
Pretty much all I do is teach. That's my job.
From 8 to 80.
And I teach all sorts of things. So mainly what I focus on is like how to reduce pesticide usage. So I work with like a lot of pesticide safety stuff, and I work with people to figure out interesting solutions of how we can tackle pest problems without having to spray something.
Mm-hmm.
And I work with a lot of pollinator conservation. So I work with protecting our solitary pollinators, which are like our best pollinators, because, you know, honeybees are actually registered as cattle by the USDA.
Pardon? Wait, I have heard this. What,
yeah,
for like
so they're
exemptions or?
No, for travel, because people will ship honeybees in colonies just like they'll move cattle around. And so pretty much all pecan and almond and nut crops in California are made because they rent honeybees, bring them in, and then they pollinate that crop.
Oh.
And so they're moved like cattle. It's insanity.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yes, and so they're more of a commodity than they are like a native organism. And so, you know, I teach people about how our solitary pollinators, they make up 95% of all, I'm on my soapbox, I just stood on it. They make up like 95% of all the pollinators we have, and they're incredible. I mean, they are dedicated. They are constantly moving. They're constantly pollinating. Incredible. And they live by themselves. And so they live in like your dead and rotting wood, or, you know, places you set out for them. I'm trying to get a butterfly example to show you what they'll look like when they're done. Okay, so when we take the paper off, they'll just kind of be done, and they'll stay there. So this is
beautiful.
One that I pinned
Don't look at the top
earlier.
one.
Yeah, it's just like the first one I pinned. Look at your butterflies, Maya.
They're
so
pretty crooked.
Good.
They're pretty crooked. The top one, though, that's crazy. I don't know what happened there. I don't want to talk about it. He's ripped. He's broken. He's ugly.
Oh, I had a rogue beetle. Wait, where did this come from?
Is it alive?
Okay, actually, I want to show this beetle off. No, this is a good one though.
Okay. There's just dead bugs all over her house.
Pretty much, honestly. So
during chat
chats, we always see the same beetle.
Yeah.
We see beetle, and I scream and I go, "Crab!" And it's a ground beetle. This is one of the ground beetles in the same family. I mean, they do the same thing, but they're shiny.
Beautiful. It's like purpley.
And so these are those. Yeah, these are those ground beetles that, you know, fight for everything, and they can like move. They can move weed seeds around, and they can either eat them or they can infest people's yards with weeds because they move them around in their mouths until they find something better, or they eat them.
Oh, okay.
Influencer check. So here's my Carabid link in bio.
Use code Dr. Bugs for 20% off. Beetle unboxing. Yes.
Unboxing.
That is what that was. Wait. Guys.
Honestly, this is like a fun day for me because you're just letting me kind of go crazy.
I think I found, oh my gosh, I found the one that you were doing earlier. This like sunset moth.
It's the sunset moth.
Insane. Okay, guys, I cannot mess this one up. This is the shiny.
I think I sent you a couple if you messed up.
Okay. I'm not going to mess up.
You're not going to mess up, but I think I sent a couple.
Smaller channel this time. She's learning. She's living. She's breathing.
I'm not even using a channel. I'm just going for it hardcore.
All right.
Does anyone have any fun bug questions? I'll actually look at the screen. Sorry, I've been really focused on bugs, but I have the chat in front of me.
It's hard to do both. I don't do crafting streams anymore because I would just like be silent for 20 minutes straight. Because I'm focused.
If I did a quilting stream, it would just be everyone putting me on mute because my sewing machine goes wrong.
Someone said, why do you like bugs?
Because they're so diverse and cool. I mean, think how badass these tiny little packages are. Like, they're insanity.
This is crazy.
I can see what you say. It's going so fast.
Imagine. I dropped it, but it's okay.
Question for Dr. Allison. What happens to all the eggs or baby bugs when doing reproductive research? Are they kept for research or release? They're kept. So they're all captive bred, and we just continue to rear them, and they serve as our ambassador animals. So that generation of stick insect I showed you, I started rearing those in the insect zoo in 2012, and they are the same genetic line because something that's wild. So you'll see a lot of those Australian spinies in zoos, but there was a fungus that was attacking them and causing them to die in captivity. And my spinies are one of the only strains in the US of the captive breed that didn't have that. So we kept them as a reservoir for safety like other zoos do.
That's cool.
So it was some big news in the beginning. Isn't it crazy that these things are real?
Yeah, insane.
If I wanted to raise and release moths, would that cause an impact to the environment? Yeah, so we never really want to captive breed anything and then release it because they haven't been set up with the proper skills to survive. So this is like one soapbox I get on about monarch rearing. If you rear monarchs indoors in really sterile conditions, they may not have the immune system set up to battle a parasite. It's called OE that affects and kills them.
Oh.
And so, you know, if we're rearing things inside, they may not have the skills to be successful outside. And so I would advise against it. What I would recommend instead is to build good habitat for them. So like if you wanted
pollinator garden.
Moths, yeah, do like a pollinator garden or collect some like dead wood or dead logs and keep it around. Because beetles are actually the insects that make homes for most everything else. Beetles will come in and they'll dig a hole and then bees live in it afterwards. And it's also a good place for where butterflies sleep. They find somewhere that's like covered from rain and then they close their wings and they just rest. So there are a lot of things you can do other than captive. If you do captive rear, I would just say pin them for yourself and keep them, you know, let them live out their life cycle, give you joy, and then keep them yourselves. Yeah. Can you pin bumblebees? Yeah, you can. You can pin anything. What are the requirements for a bug permit? They're really difficult. So these bugs have to have a scientific chamber that is sealed and lockable, and it is not accessible to the public, and it has to be impermeable. So these insects could knock it out if they escaped. And it's all done through the USDA. So you know how you have to have your checks for like the wolf enclosure and everything?
Mm-hmm.
There has to be USDA checks for insect enclosures as well. So it's kind of a complicated world. It's really hard to get one. And then anytime you want to get a new bug, you have to ask if it can be added to the permit. And I swear the people at the USDA used to hate me. So what I do is I just Google as many bugs as possible in my teen years. And then I'd put them all on a list. And then I'd just email the people and say, hey, can we add these to the list? And I didn't know if I'd ever get them, but my permit list was like 13 pages long.
Oh my God.
I was like, yeah, definitely. We're going to get these. We're going to get these. Oh, you're doing such a good job.
I did it, kind of. I did my best.
You did great. It's excellent. If you want to pull down that, that left wing is even too, but if you want to, you can kind of manipulate the bottom wing too. So here's my tiny butterfly. If you wanted to, you could just pick up that bottom pin and you can kind of slide and move both at the same time. You can kind of use that. So for example, if I kind of hold on to the top wing with my finger, and then I can take off that pin, and then I can move this back wing forward, and then I can pin it back down. So you kept your top wing in the same place. It's really an art form, isn't it? It's kind of insane. I made it crooked when I did that. Shame. She missed my question, Sag. Ask it again. I'm sorry. And I'm looking for it.
That is better.
What are my bug tattoos? Tattoo tour. I have.
Oh my God, so sick.
I have a mantis, and she's got a little flowery back, and I've got this butterfly that has hearts, and I've got this midge that's friends with this flower. I've got a horseshoe for good luck because I was having a lot of bad luck and I needed it. And then, so my very first tattoo is an incorrect tattoo of a bee, because there was this one guy in our department and he got this ant tattoo and everyone flamed the hell out of this dude because it had like 2 post petioles, which are like 2 segments. And I'm like, chill out. So I got a tattoo that is it's got beetle legs with a fly wings, a bee head, and an inaccurate thorax.
Wonderful.
And then I have just like a checkerboard butterfly.
Sick.
They're all done by a dude who used to be my neighbor. I'm surprised
you don't have like a tree hopper. Don't you love tree hoppers?
I'm gonna get... Well, I was debating between there is this frog playing the banjo sitting on a stump.
Okay, classic.
I kind of wanted to get that, or maybe some fun tree hopper membracid type bug. I'm not picky. I just think that whatever kind of makes me smile, I get it tattooed.
Okay, this one's small, but it looks interesting to me, so we're gonna do an unboxing.
Wait, you know what happened?
What?
Oh wait, let me see. Ooh, that's a Gulf fritillary, I think.
Whoa, it's like, it looks like a
shiny
pearl. Yeah, it's so shiny. Can you guys tell how like shiny it is? Can you? Yeah, you can. How weird. Butterflies are not real. Why do people say that about birds and not butterflies? Because
so that's a Gulf fritillary butterfly. They're in the United States.
This one has a date on it, December 4th, 2001.
Oh, there you go.
From California.
Sweet.
For the record, they haven't been stinky, I don't think.
Good. They were stinky when I put them in the box for you. Did you see the box had a warning that said stinky?
Yes, I did see that. I appreciated the warning.
You're welcome. I'm going to look at bug questions again.
Hashtag Allison. There you go. Okay. She's an influencer?
I'm an influencer. Why don't bugs rot away after death? Because they're pretty much wearing their bones on the outside. Dr. Allison, is it true that Atlanta doesn't have cicadas anymore because the trees were cut down? Yes! I'm stepping on another soapbox. Civil War. Let's take it back.
What?
We're
to the
going
Civil War? Okay, I'm ready.
Civil War. Let's take it back. General P. Sherman is like, I'm about to burn down this place. What did he do? He burnt down all the hardwood trees. If you kill a hardwood tree with cicadas eating it, you kill the cicadas. And then they were like, oh, it's fine. We're just going to put new trees back. This environment is okay. It doesn't work that way. So when you remove their native habitat and take away their food source, they all died.
No.
And so there's no cicadas in Atlanta. There's no cicadas in metro areas. And then everyone's sad because they're never going to see a cicada. Humans! Okay, I'm stepping off that soapbox.
That's so sad. Good question, Chatter. Really got worked up there.
Insanity?
Yeah, that's super sad.
I'm sorry. Let me calm down by bringing out another insect ambassador. This one's a fun one. So a chatter put in the bug Discord their favorite bug, and it just so turns out that I rear their favorite bug. So someone, if they're watching this stream, is going to be really excited.
Best day ever for that chatter. There is a bug Discord if y'all want to link it. It's literally was made for Allison. Like if you have bug questions or like want to send bug pictures in there.
Which, thank you for that. I really appreciate that.
Who are you talking? Thank you. What?
It makes it easier for me because it was hard for me to scroll through Discord and figure it all out. Hashtag internet, baby.
Ooh, leaves. Okay. But they're alive.
We've got a new one.
Oh my gosh.
This is a psyllium leaf insect.
It even looks like it's rotting. What the heck?
So do you want to know the crazy thing about these? Yes. Is that accidentally brothers and sisters will accidentally think they're leaves and eat each other.
No. No, they don't have like a sense of smell or something?
Well, these are like very slow. They're like very slow, very chill. And oh, so you see here, right on the side?
Yeah.
This is where those forewings were eaten by maybe one of their brothers or sisters.
No.
Let me get just one good display. Oh, so here's their mimicry. They do the uppies. They think that you can't see them because I've got them like Polly Pocket style.
I can't see them.
It's like a world of bugs. You didn't see me. You don't know I existed. And here you can see them shaking. So this isn't me. This is actually them. I'm not that nervous. They're trying to act like a leaf in the wind.
Where are these ones from?
So these are Phyllium pinicum, and they are a Peruvian insect.
Neat. It's so cool. Cool.
They're like a traditional leaf insect or leaf bug. And so these are still stick bugs. These are still phasmids. They're just an incredibly diverse and really camouflaged phasmid. I have 3 of them on me. I'm just trying to figure out where they went and where they go. But yeah, so their brothers and sisters sometimes can't distinguish them from the leaves they eat because they look almost identical to the leaves they eat, and they'll sometimes munch on them.
No, tragedy.
This one's a good little specimen example.
That is so crazy. Kind of freaks me out. Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
I'm trying to blow on this one to see if she'll move. They love to hide in numbers. Almost that's like a good strategy to protect themselves. So they'll kind of stack themselves like a bunch of leaves. So you'll never notice that they were there.
Zero asked if they can fly.
Yeah. They can't. So the males of these species can fly, but these are females. And again, they put all of their work into laying eggs instead of flying. So these are called vestigial wings. So you can see they don't have a function. You can't really lift them up. They're segmented, but she can't lift her wings any.
Can they bite at all? Or their mouths
they can't.
Too small.
Their mouths are too small. Let me see if I can't get a good zoom in of a mouse so you can see their funny faces.
Can they swim?
Calm down.
Probably not.
They can float.
Oh, okay.
They actually float in the water because they're buoyant.
Take floating.
Okay, come on, participate. Participate.
He's like,
so you can see. Okay. You know, like when you're doing, I'm sure you do like tours and your animals are just like, your ambassadors are like, no.
No, it's constant. Yeah.
I was on one of your streams earlier with Siren having like a mental breakdown,
No, it's every day for her.
laughing like a Victorian child and
You
screaming.
would love Siren. You guys would be hilarious together. Yeah.
Yay!
Hello,
face.
little face, little lady.
So her mouth is kind of like the brown, and then they're her antenna, so she's kind of smelling, seeing what's going on, and then she's got two little eyes.
She's really cute. Dude.
Wait, there you go. She's sniffing. She's sniffing.
Chat, what do you think? Adorable. So cute. Her little mouth, stubby antennas. She's always surprised. It does look like she's always surprised.
It does look like she's always surprised.
They said, what do they feel like? Do they feel like a leaf?
Kind of. Yeah, they feel kind of waxy. They feel like any of our like holly leaves or like red tip photenia. That's a really specific tree to shout out.
Yeah, I can't relate actually.
They feel like bay leaves or like any sort of like evergreen leaves.
Yeah.
And so yeah, there's another one of our fun insect ambassadors.
So
I was also
cool.
wearing. Oh, look at her shimmy! Look at her shimmy!
Shimmy.
She's like, you can't see me.
So cute. I love them. People are asking if you have classes open to the public to take.
I'm sure I want to like make some, so I want to do something like insect natural history and kind of teach you about the amazing history of bugs.
Mm-hmm.
I just got to get some free time. So,
Have you thought about being like a bug influencer for real?
I'm just so, if you've noticed when I'm in chats, I'm kind of spacey. I think it'd be really hard for me to like stay focused and not get really excited. So I think I need small bites. And so what I think I want to do is do like small bites, insect natural history on the Discord, and maybe do like a little clip and talk about like prehistoric to like our most evolved insects and cool facts about them.
Yeah.
Almost like how I learned.
People are saying that's the best part. That's true. For streaming, they have like no attention span whatsoever. So you got to be all over the place. I don't remember the last time I finished a story on stream, to be honest.
I get really excited and I'll see a question, I'll be like,
yeah, I do the same thing.
And then I drop it. Someone keeps asking me, I've seen mantis come through the chat like 6 times. Where did it go? I saw it. I swore. Oh, Dr. Allison, could you talk about mantis instars? Sure. What do you want to know about them? So really cool thing about mantises. So if you ever find any and like you want to bring them back and you want mantis ambassadors, like either Chinese or any other kind of mantis ambassadors, they have to stay in the exact cardinal direction orientation in which the egg case was laid. If you move them, like if you spin them, the eggs will never hatch.
What? Why?
Because this is a strategy. If their egg case was ever broken or moved or taken by a predator, the eggs naturally do not hatch, and they'll never go to fruition ever, because they're moved from that orientation.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yes. So what we had to do is like, so we would have adults.
I said, how the heck do they know?
Right? Oh, I mean, eggs, like the communication between eggs is crazy. Like, do you ever vibe with that? Like with chicken eggs communicating?
No.
I could talk about this. I could talk about this forever. It's the coolest thing. So I'm going to start with chickens and then we'll take it to bugs. Are you okay with me ranting, by the way?
Please. I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you mean chicken eggs? Chicken eggs communicate with each other? I've never heard that. That's crazy.
This is so cool. Okay, so a chicken has a reproductive cycle where she'll lay a clutch of eggs, a dozen eggs, right? That's why you get eggs in a dozen. Okay, well, the eggs on day 1 are the exact same developmental stage as the eggs laid on day 12 because they wait for each other. They wait for each other and they talk to each other through their operculum, their eggshell, to make sure that they're all laid in development. So eggs have to touch. So the chicken, she'll lay an egg a day because she has like a 22-hour reproductive cycle. She'll lay an egg a day. And if you want to halt reproduction on those eggs, you take them away from the chicken. If you take them away from her, they'll never develop. That's how you have eggs that you eat for consumerism. They've taken the chicken, you've taken the egg away from the chicken. The eggs didn't get a chance to talk to each other. They didn't develop.
Wait, so how do they talk?
They talk between the shells in electrical currents the same way that trees talk to each other.
Electrical currents?
Like yeah, well, I mean, we're all a series of electrical currents. Like our brains work through electrical currents, bugs work through electrical currents. It's the same with these eggshells. They're talking to each other, and then once all the 12 clutch of eggs are laid, if you put them together, they will all start developing at the same time. And that's because all eggs need to hatch at the same time to make sure they survive, because they're all under their mom, and if they hatch and the other ones aren't ready, that chicken's going to get smothered.
Right, yeah.
I mean,
that part makes sense, and I knew that they all hatched at the same time and were born at different times, but I've never thought about how or why.
No, wait, if you want a chicken expert, I can bring a chicken expert. She is like one of my best friends. She did her entire master's thesis on communication of eggs between each other, and it is the best stuff. I mean, it is the best stuff to listen to. It is gold.
Wow.
It is incredible. She knows all of the strong science behind it. You should do like a science guest and throw her on and let her rant about
chicken expert.
Eggs.
Chicken chats? Wait. And it's just a camera on the chickens?
She is so... Oh, we can have a live chicken. You need us to bring a chicken? Yeah, she would. She talked for a really long time, so we just have to interrupt her. But, because, I mean, the soapbox is like stories high.
That's
but I'm
incredible.
Fascinated. I'm fascinated.
Okay, so then, wait, where were we going after this? Chicken eggs? What eggs?
So chicken eggs, they talk to each other between the shells through that current.
Yeah.
Insect eggs will do the same.
Okay.
So all of the mantis eggs are laid in a clutch. It's called an ootheca. And so the female mantis will lay an egg, and then she has like this spongy substance that almost turns like hard, like crocklin, that she covers the eggs in to protect them. Those eggs are all touching, and they'll talk to each other that way, right? In development, as they're developing. If their orientation is moved, their development will halt and arrest. If it's moved back into the right orientation, the development will start again. And it's something that there's not a lot of research on, because mantises, unfortunately, don't get a lot of the scientific research. They're usually like the bigger money bugs, like mosquitoes or bugs that have like
bigger money
implications.
Bugs. Is there drama there? The mosquito scientists get all the money?
There
really?
Is so much
I guess because people,
drama.
huh?
Yes.
So much drama.
Anything that's like a medical vector is a much more popular bug to study.
Right. Right.
But yeah, so they have to be in that orientation, and then they'll begin developing again. And then once they hatch, they're all in their first instar, and they're just surviving, right? They're not eating. It's the same thing that like the wolf spider puts the babies on her back until they hatch again.
Yeah.
And when they turn to second instar, then they start getting hungry. And the reason that they have so many mantises at one time is because I think you know where this is going.
Why are bugs so fucked up, Allison? They do so much weird shit.
They're gonna eat each other.
Yeah.
And then the biggest of the baddest are, gonna get that way. And then they'll develop. And so mantises have anywhere from like 7 to 8 instars, like some regular species. And they don't really get those beautiful wings until they fully develop. So mostly they'll just kind of look like little fun dudes until they get their wings. Did that answer your mantis instar question?
Chatter.
I hope so. Thank you for letting me rant about chicken eggs. If you really want my friend to talk about chicken eggs, maybe I can like record her and then or have her on or something.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. They would.
She does a much better job. She knows the science behind it.
Ooh, this one is this is a see-through one. It looks like, kind of.
Is it another sulfur? Let me see. Gorgeous. Yes, wow. It's another sulfur butterfly, but this one is a white variant.
White sulfur. Whoa! Flashbang.
say goodbye to the ambassadors.
Goodbye, friends.
Bye, friends. They're in their little travel enclosures. They
you-
live in like a.
Do you keep any bugs yourself, or you just use them for programs?
One tarantula who's a famous film star.
What?
She filmed with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's sick.
in a Netflix movie. Yeah.
Wow, she's famous.
Yeah, it was this movie called Red Notice, and
that is so funny.
I had to go on set, and so like the whole set was like movie magic. First of all, I got this strangest.
Did she get paid for her time?
I mean, I got paid. I got paid for her time.
Nice.
She
That's
got
incredible.
a really nice enclosure from that. But I got this scammy email that was like, we have an opportunity for you. We're in need of tarantulas, and we're filming at Tyler Perry's set. And could you provide your expertise for consultation fees? And I was like, this can't be real. This can't be real. Apparently, it was. So I went there and I brought them a surveyed selection of tarantulas, and we talked about what they needed. And they picked Ginger, who's my tarantula, and
what kind of tarantula?
She is a Mexican red knee tarantula. So she's in the Grammatilla genus. And they were like, okay, the premise is The Rock and Ryan Reynolds are in the jungle. They're looking for someone. We need this tarantula to crawl up this tree. And it's just going to be like it's just like B-roll, I guess. And I was like, okay, well, first of all, these are ground-dwelling tarantulas. They don't climb trees, but cool. And they're like, well, what if we make a special 3D printed tree that she can climb on? I was like,
is that really worth? Man, budgets for movies are crazy.
Insanity. The budgets for those movies. Well, you want to know the best part? The scene never made.
No.
It never made.
No, I was so ready. I was gonna we could do a whole watch party. We watched the whole movie illegally, and then
I was so excited when the movie came out because I was like, everyone, like this is it. This is Ginger's big day. They cut the scene.
I'm so sad for you.
Oh, it was a full day's work. So I had to sit in the bottom hollow of this 3D printed tree with a beekeeper's glove with my tarantula in my hand, and the whole set's made out of bags of like dirt from Home Depot in like potted plants and just fog. And so I'm sitting in the bottom of this tree, and they have like a elephant ear plant or something, and the Rock comes by and he slashes the plant, and I'm just in the tree, like big eyes, like staring at the Rock
that is
as they're coming
so
by.
Funny.
And then I had to like send her up the tree and let her climb. And so she didn't want to move. And so I'd have to like blow on her abdomen to like get her to go up. And I was like,
action. Action.
And the Rock is just like doing his acting. He's doing his thing. And I'm like, it was an experience.
I'm so sad she wasn't in the movie.
Me too. It was probably a really cool scene.
Yeah, guys, that's so fake, actually. But you still got paid. That's what matters.
I did get paid.
Ginger still got her enclosure upgrade. That's what matters.
She got her enclosure upgrade, and then they contacted me for June 2, and they needed me to, like, they needed me
a giant worm.
They wanted a solifuge, which is like, they're called like camel spiders or sun spiders. And they wanted one because they were going to make this giant bug fight, and they had all these ideas. And so they contacted me to send them some solifuges. So I did. And again, they didn't do anything with them. There was no giant bug fight. So yeah, they're fine. But also,
the viewers love Dune.
They're doing me dirty. I wish they really would have had the solifuge fight.
Connor is coming. Connor?
Hi, Connor.
Allison says hi. Hello, Allison. He says hi. Yes, custard. No. Connor, would you like to see my pin butterfly so far?
He's done a really good job.
frame them.
You did so good.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get you a box to put all your professional pins in, honestly.
They're incredible. Amazing.
They're incredible. Connor and Maeve is here.
Goodbye. Tell him thank you, please. Nick, thank you so much. I'm live right now. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Thank you. Yeah. I thought the hardest pins were dragonflies. Have you pinned beetles? What was your favorite? Do you have a favorite beetle?
Yes, that Euphilis magnificus. I'll get that weevil out. She's my favorite. Weevils are beetles.
Weevils are beetles. Are there...
Yep. One of the biggest families. Curculionidae is the family.
Last time I looked, there were like, what is it, 300,000 species of beetles? Are there more?
Oh, I mean, insanity. Insanity.
Like Guys, I say this a lot, but if there's 300,000 species of just beetles, you know how many bird species there are?
Educate
Have you heard me
us.
say this before? Chat?
Give
3, 2, 2, 3, 5, 3, 7, 10, 40K, 45, 20K, 2, 6. It's like 10K.
Yeah, there's not more than beetles.
10K beetles, 300,000. 10K birds, 300,000 beetles. Bugs rule the world. Wow!
Bugs rule the world.
He's beautiful. These are ones that are going to the Smithsonian?
Yes, they're going to the Smithsonian.
That is cool. Wait, are you like famous in the entomology world? Are you a big shot out there?
Not really, no.
But you're sending bugs to the Smithsonian. I feel like that's big shot stuff.
I know the guy.
Oh, she knows a guy.
I know a guy.
She is.
I know a guy. No, he's an alma mater from a group, and he reached out, and he's really excited. He's actually driving to Indianapolis to get his own for the 17-year, but we're going to help him out and give him the 13-year.
Wow, cool.
Here's one of the ones you've already pinned. Oh, should I go for something new since, you know?
You can do
How long are
whatever
we
you
going to
want.
pin bugs for? I didn't realize, but it's like...
Yeah, I don't know.
Passed.
I'm good. I mean, I'm going to do all of these, but I can switch to the Alveus channel, and you're welcome to leave whenever you want. It is your day off.
Oh, I'm having a blast. Whenever you get sick and tired. I do have to make that cake eventually. I'm just going to make a cup of coffee and power through it. So I did send you some behind the scenes footage of my new career, which is rented birthday parties.
Would you die if you don't want them to see that? Could I show?
You can show it.
Oh,
you can
my
100%
God,
show it.
please. In me and Allison's DMs, we DM a lot. You're going to have to scroll up. Allison sent me a video recently of her new occupation. No, guys, I know she seems like an entomologist, but actually she gets rented out for birthday parties.
I swear to God, if you custard me, I will never forgive you, but this is a treat that you can enjoy, okay?
Stand by.
I will not be custarded.
The first one, I think?
Either or. Yeah, first one is when so I sent you two. There was the first moment, it was an unboxing. I just tried it on and see if I could do it.
Do the second one then, maybe.
And then once I figured out that I could do it, I was rolling.
Don't custard her. Guys,
Do not custard me.
It was incredible. I think it was the first DM I got that day.
We DM constantly. It is so fun.
Yeah, we do. We have a lot to discuss.
What the craziest part is like, you're famous. And so I have people, like my friends, that know you as a famous person. And they're just shell shocked.
That's so funny. I am not famous. Yesterday I was buying food for Connor and Nick, and the cashier was a viewer. If you're watching, hello, I'm sorry. The cashier was a viewer, and he was like, "I have the same last name as you," and I like hadn't given him my card yet, and I was like, "Am I wearing a name tag? Like what? I have the same last name as you." Also, sorry to dox you, because they know my last name now. They know your last name. Yeah, it was funny.
I once had a man who saw my picture bring in a Mary Kay train case full of bugs and grab me by the hand and try and get me to go into a lab and identify them, and they had to call the police. There's my famous experiences.
Oh my god.
He was like violent, and he was like really, he was having like some sort of crisis or issue, and he like grabbed me and tried to get me to go into this lab that I did not belong to.
Okay, bug trauma. That's my first bug trauma I've ever heard. Chat, what about you?
Insane.
Yeah, that's insane. On a lighter note, you guys want to see Allison's side gig?
Here's a treat for you all.
Here's a treat for you all.
I'm going for the best aunt award.
Wow. Can we get sound on it? Oh. You guys hear that? I don't hear anything.
I don't hear anything either.
You're really good at, well, we've talked about this. You did roller derby.
Yeah, that's what my username for everything is, just my roller derby name.
Wow. Chat,
Elmo.
what would you pay Allison hourly to show up at your birthday party? Actually good. $100 an hour, $250 an hour, $500 an hour, $10,000 an hour. Can I get 11K?
I'm quitting my job. I will now be for Elmo hire if you need me.
For Elmo hire.
So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. So I'm baking a cake, and it's going to look like Elmo.
That was just a practice run.
That was just a dry run. That was the first time I tried on the costume. I didn't know if I could skate or not.
You can definitely skate.
And so, yeah, that's going to be my life.
Incredible. Chat, I know this looks crooked, but I feel like it's kind of symmetrical. It's just pinned crooked, right? So like
that's okay. Yeah.
Like if you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's incredible.
You just have to level it out like that. And then it's fine.
Just level it with your eyes.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I did a little bit of junior roller derby coaching too. So I coached our youths, shaping the minds of our youths. And Tarantalizer was too much to say, so they called me Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
That explains it.
It explains it all.
That could be your bug influencer name.
I have an Instagram handle saved as Tarantalizer, and I thought one day, I was like, what if I changed the world? I've never done anything with it. It hides in destitute.
I'm not just saying this because you're my friend. I think that you could be super famous. I think you could be an incredible bug influencer. Wow, that's a good one.
That's a good one, isn't it? It's almost the color of this pinning board. This is a swallowtail butterfly. So the ones we have in like the southeast in Texas are like the tiger swallowtails.
He's beautiful. Okay, guys, this is my redemption because this is the one that I fricked up earlier.
My redemption arc.
I have to fix it. I would follow. They would all follow you.
I don't know what I do. Okay. I guess I just make bug content. I just do fun bug facts.
Chat, nobody panic. We're swapping the camera battery, okay? Nobody freak out. Allison's Twitch right now is Tarantalizer, but she's for you. You made that for chats, no?
What, Tarantalizer?
The Twitch account?
Yeah, well, I made it for you. Like whenever I first started, I remember like back in 2021.
Yeah.
I made some care guides for y'all.
Yes.
I think I started that. I started Tarantalizer then because Connor was doing something where Connor wasn't sleeping, and Connor was
the subathon.
Talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was talking to me while he wasn't sleeping, and he was like losing his mind, and so I made an account to watch him lose his mind slowly.
That's so fun. Connor and Allison go way back. For context.
Childhood. We go childhood.
Childhood. That's how we know Allison.
I know Connor from his teen years, and guess what? He's exactly the same.
Is that a good thing?
Just let it. Well, he's just not his. He just hasn't escaped from the 15-year-old Connor. It's the same.
That I believe. Custard lore.
Custard lore.
Custard.
He'll never escape that.
Chat, I have freaking redeemed myself on this one. I've fixed him. I can fix him.
Ask, is there any beef in the entomologist world with forensic entomologist? No, there's not really any beef with forensic entomologist. It's a really appreciated career. It's kind of dark, though.
Wait, what is that?
Forensic entomology is where people study insects that are usually around like decomposing bodies, and you can even help like solve murder cases or, you know, deaths with insects.
Okay.
Yeah, so like knowing the different instars of different flies that could be on people, or you know, knowing the origin. It helps you to determine like time of death, other than, so you like have more substantiative evidence. But it's kind of a dark, you know, it's a career you need to be mentally prepared for, just like vets. Vets have some of the highest rates of suicide than any medical profession.
I have heard that, guys. Being a vet is freaking no joke. One, it costs like $1 million bajillion to become a vet. Cute little guy.
Wait, should I do the super tiny one? Let's look through the bag and see. I want some opinions on what I'm going to tell you.
It costs like $1 million to be a vet, and then it's super competitive to get a job as a vet because there are a bunch of them. And then you don't get paid enough for being a vet, and then they all get depressed.
You have to put down everyone's family's dog.
Dogs, yeah, and then the family gets mad at you. It's just rough.
And then you're sad. Okay, yeah. I've got this one. I gotta pick a few. I'm gonna give some options. Ooh, this is in the same genus as a monarch, but it's not a monarch, which is kind of cool. You can see how we group things by genus, like scientifically. So this isn't a monarch, but it's in the same genus as a monarch. And it's monarch-ish.
Ooh, it's beautiful.
Isn't it kind of cool?
I couldn't do that job. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's just one of the many careers that you can have as an entomologist. You can do a lot, honestly. It's not, I'm in a very rare and particular situation. There are really more of a lot of applied entomologists that do really cool stuff. You can work for the freaking Navy and like travel the world.
As a vet?
As an entomologist.
Oh, that's cool. What do entomologists do for the Navy?
So they do a lot of like public health protection. So they'll like do sampling and make sure that like there's not diseases in some areas. They do like collecting. It's also, I'm sure there's probably some secret stuff that I don't know.
Oh.
But they do some super cool
Bug
stuff.
Navy. Bug drones.
Navy. That's another one of those tiger moths. I'm just kind of going through the pile here. I have a cool moth that I actually have no clue what it is.
My granddad worked for the Navy doing mosquito control. People ask me constantly, you answered this the other day, but people ask me constantly, like, why mosquitoes are important. Why, what if we just had no mosquitoes?
This is thank you for introducing me to all of my soapboxes. While they are the deadliest animal on Earth, as far as to humans, the males are actually incredible pollinators. And all larval stages of mosquitoes are food for an entire ecosystem. So all of our like fishes, frogs, like spawns, other aquatic insects, they all eat mosquito larvae. And so it's really important to keep them. I think if we lost mosquitoes, we'd be in a world of trouble.
Think about Georgie, chat.
Yeah, think about Georgie developing. Because, I mean, frogs are already seriously threatened right now because of the herbicide input in our environment. So everyone gets up in arms about insecticides, but it's actually herbicides that are the most commonly applied thing in the world. And herbicides are highly toxic to aquatic organisms like fish and frogs. So really, we're doing a disservice to all of our aquatic organisms when we're using herbicides like Roundup and other things like that, because it really does kill fish and frogs. easily. It gets in our waterways, causes fish kills. I got off track.
Someone asked what the difference is between herbicide and insecticide.
An herbicide is something that only kills plants. So those are things that, like weed and feeds, or like roundups, like glyphosate, or different things like that. And then insecticides are things that only kill insects, and they actually work against their nervous system. And we can actually hurt ourselves hardcore with insecticides because our nervous systems are almost the same or work very similar to bugs' nervous systems. And so I always ask, I'm like, where did the first insecticide originate from? And everyone looks at me and they're like, I don't know. A company. And I'm like, mustard gas.
Oh.
It works incredibly well on people, worked great on bugs. And so they cause nervous system issues, and they cause nervous system issues with us down the line, which is why we need to be judicious with putting those out. Okay, I have picked some ones that I'm going to ask chat whether I should pin them first or not. I've gone through my stench. I think these are new ones that we haven't seen. Okay, we have options.
Beautiful.
This is
I love him. Hooray!
You're such an entomologist now.
Thank you. Thank you. Have you thought about using a soldering iron for the styrofoam instead of a knife? I mean,
probably,
no.
But I just dug it out with my fingers.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't have that many. If I was like a whole operation, perhaps.
Think of me in my mind trying to say, okay, what's the easiest way I can teach this? And I was like, well, let me make a mini pinning board. Now it's just digging out cardboard in the living room, or styrofoam.
It's incredible. I feel like this is going great. I am so excited to make this a display. I have another monarch, chat. Ooh. How are the bugs rehydrated? I mean, I put them in a plastic bag with a damp paper towel because that's what Allison told me to do.
That is 100% what they do. They go to their bug spa. So you know how your hair gets really dry?
Mm-hmm.
You like over shampoo it. It's the same thing. Their hair protein gets dry, and so if you rehydrate it with water, you rehydrate their protein of their exoskeletons. Because they're essentially just hair. Bugs are just hair.
These guys have also been frozen for.
They haven't even been frozen. They've literally been in a box underneath my couch for years.
They were in a box, and then when she sent them here, I put them in the freezer, and then I took them out last night and started defrosting them.
I'm just pinning this one real quick so that I can get to the fun ones, because I took away its little envelope.
Howdy, Nicholas. I'm bald. I consider this hair talk a microaggression. Oh. Crazy. How can you ethically buy bugs to pin?
Well, you can look at some different places. So there may be like a local zoo or butterfly pavilion near you that you could email and ask. Some just sell the naturally dead specimens on their stores already. You can also ask like some smaller local shops, or you can just ask places where they've got them from. So like if there's an Etsy store that you're curious in, you could ask that person, hey, where are they sourced from? And if they're sourced from their country of origin, I would not purchase them, because that means if they're perfect, if they're gorgeous, beautiful, perfect specimens, probably means they were taken too young to have actually done any good. So reproduce, lay eggs, live through their life cycle. And two, we don't want to take them from their home. So, it's always good. You can always ask. You want a clear answer. Here's just a tiny one I pinned because I'm going to pin another fun one.
Cute.
Eee! I have styrofoam. Okay, I've picked out some fun ones. Let's
Monarch.
see. No,
No, they're not. They're not treated with anything, guys. They just take a really long time to break down. They have not been preserved.
This one's a tough one. I don't know if I want to do this toughie.
Monarch. Beep, beep, beep,
okay,
beep, beep.
I'm giving the chat options. This might be one of the last butterflies. I'll probably hop off in like sometime.
Alrighty.
It's been so fun. It's like time has flown by.
It has flown by. Yeah. How long has it been, chat? What, like?
It's like
freaking 2.5 hours.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Okay, so chat, I have some fun ones that we're gonna decide what I should pin next.
Yay.
We're gonna do. I don't know whether I should do this one. It's a super small boy.
Okay, little guy.
Small little guy. This is another lycaenid. Or I have this very fun micro swallowtail. So I'm going for a challenge.
Ooh, that one's pretty.
It's like reminds me of like a shell at the beach.
Ooh.
That's another one of those swallowtails. Or I have a premonition that this one has iridescent wings on the outside. It's another one of those leaf mimics.
Ooh.
So should I do 1, 2, or 3?
Chat 1, 2, or 3. What do you think?
I guess I could do them all, but did you just wake up?
I'm seeing. Ooh, it's all 2s and 3s. 2s and.
Wait, where is she?
Meow.
He's been
Hello,
out.
kitty.
He's been out.
Cute. I saw a lot of 2s and 3s. Chat, which one was more?
I'll do them both.
Oh, she's gonna do them both. Never mind.
I'll do them both.
Oh, I think this is the
It's
same
been
one.
decided.
Her cat's name is Maeve, chat. She's cute.
She's cute. She's 7. I just cried on my stairs the other day because I realized she was 7 years old.
No.
What
What is a cat's lifespan? Aren't they like...
It better be
12?
like 20 to 30 years.
Is it? I don't know.
It better be forever.
You have a thimble collection?
I have a rock star thimble collection. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Someone gassed me up and asked me to show my thimble collection. I have nothing but grandma hobbies.
No, I love that.
I have a.
Where do you get them?
Like old antique
Wow.
stores.
Oh my god.
Wait, here's me. Hi.
Hi.
I have a rock star thimble collection.
That is so cute.
I'm on the move. I'm showing you my fun thimbles that look like birds. I think you'll really enjoy this.
You have more thimbles?
Yeah, I have a problem. This one is a thimble that looks like a bird.
That is so cute.
This one looks like a swan or a crane.
Oh my god. I've never seen a decorative thimble ever. Or like one that was pretty. I've only seen the stupid little metal ones that look like strainers.
This is a butterfly.
Cute!
Thimble.
Oh my god. What are they for? Thimbles are for protecting your fingers when you're sewing. So you don't prick yourself.
So I used to do like this hardcore granny kind of sewing called English paper piecing. And it's like where you take all the little pieces and you sew them together to make a quilt.
Okay.
And you need a thimble to sew, and then I just started collecting them. Yeah, I have too many trinkets. How do you deal with trinkets in your tiny house? Because I've run out of room.
I've also run out of room. I don't feel like I have that many. I don't know. I have stuff on shelves, but I don't.
I've gone vertical.
Going vertical is definitely the way. You have a grasshopper on your wall.
I do.
That's incredible. You guys see that?
I have a whole
Life size.
I have a whole bunch of insects in like brass hidden around my house. That dude's, his name is Maximus, and my dad bought him at a junk store for me.
Maximus. Does
He's
that
command.
But the one that you're doing right now, it has like white in there?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, how crazy.
This was the leaf mimic. Dude, I've got a vintage matchbook collection. I've got a tomato jar collection. And I've got a thimble collection.
What
I'm
is
just
a tomato
trinket
jar?
hoarder.
Like jars with tomatoes on them?
Jars that look like tomatoes.
Oh, like tomato shaped jars.
Yes.
Okay, respect. That's very niche.
Yeah.
How many do you have?
I think I have like 5 tomato jars.
Okay,
And
that's chill. That's not crazy.
The match collection is a little unmatched. It's a little intense.
How many matches do you have?
Probably a lot.
Do I collect anything, chat? I don't think I do.
love trinkets. Honestly, I think entomologists are like little trinket hoarders because we like shiny. Like I'm like a magpie, right? I see a shiny bug and I'm like, ooh, I like it.
I've got 2 vases full of matches. Goats.
I forgot
No,
to
I
show
only
my
have 5
progress.
goats. It's beautiful. I love that
working.
one.
This one's really cool.
It looks like you were doing a coloring book of like a monarch or something and then gave up.
It's pretty fun. No, so like I sacrificed pretty much anything I love in my tiny house for like mostly kitchen, and then I got rid of most of my trinkets and then started collecting more. And so now I'm just going vertical with the trinkets.
Maximalist. 5 goats is more than most. 5 is a collection. Okay, but I don't think I collect goats. I don't think that's the same. I mean, items. I don't think I collect items. I guess I have a lot of purses, but they're not like fun. They're just purses.
I have a lot of fanny packs for roller skating because those are the most effective. Oh, also bug collecting. I've got this fanny pack that has like a can holder on both sides, and you put an aspirator on one side and your bug jar on the other one. And
awesome.
It gets hardcore. I do that.
Frogs on a mobile game? Oh yeah, I do play Pocket Frogs. I collect frogs on there.
I dig that. I played Animal Crossing hardcore for the first, during COVID.
That tracks. Yeah. Well, on like a Switch.
Yes.
Breathe in those blister beetles. Yeah, Allison did breathe in a blister beetle once. Heard about that.
I burnt my throat.
It's terrible.
I lost my voice for 2 days.
Blister beetles are different from bombardier beetles, right?
Yeah, there's 2 different families. There's so bombardier beetles. It's a different form, but I don't know if they're in Cantharity or not. So there's like 2 different families of like mean acid shooting beetles, and the meloids. So there's meloidy, and then there's Cantharity. So there's the 2 different families. I think the bombardier beetles are in meloidy because those kind of have like the round tushes.
Bombardier. Guys, big news. I have used all my pins. I have my butterflies. It is complete. My first collection. Oh, the back of these things are fucking hazards. I didn't think about that.
What an amazing collection it is. Oh my gosh.
What do you guys think?
You did incredible.
You gotta frame them? Oh, I will be framing them. Oh, yeah.
Wait, okay, let me show I didn't pin as many things as you. So I have these ones with the iridescence.
They're beautiful.
Have these
Don't look at that one. Wow! So sick. What's the process of framing them? I don't know yet. We gotta wait at least a week.
Yeah, you'll need to wait a couple weeks, and then we'll have to find you something like a shadow box or like a Cornell drawer. So it just needs to have some space, and then it needs to have like a piece of styrofoam or something behind it that you can stick bugs into.
I have 6 left. Can I refreeze them?
Yeah, 100%. And then you can take the pins out, and then you can repin them later.
Wicked.
Wait, let me finish this, and then maybe that's a good thing to like stop on since you can't actually pin any more butterflies. We can do an encore of any of the bugs that I have if we want to do a
Or bug
flu encore.
friends. Yeah, I love
We
friends.
have friends. Okay, let me do this. And then I'm going to get into Elmo core. So I'm going to try and make like fringe that looks like Elmo for the cake. Like I'm going to try and make the cake look like Elmo.
Okay, cute. That's fun.
I don't know how it's going to go.
Do you have one of those, the frosting tips that does that? I haven't made a cake in so long.
My grandma was like a professional cake decorator, and she gave me all of her cake tips, and so I'm sure there's got to be one in there somewhere. Oh, I have a sick vintage cookie cutter collection. I'm a hoarder. This is what I've learned.
In the tiny house?
I'm a hoarder.
A hoarder of vintage things in the tiny house. Vintage butterflies. Vintage cookie cutters. That's fun, though. They're fun things.
At least it's not like, I don't know.
People keep asking where to follow you. Guys, Allison...
Should I make the Tarantalizer Instagram real?
I think
it has nothing on it.
I think you should.
It has nothing on it. I'll make it public, and then just don't be mean to me. And then we can play in this space together. I'll warn you, it won't be all bug content. I'll probably put some progress pics of my cake on there.
Cake pics? Elmo rollerblading vids?
Roller skating vids.
Roller skating vids?
I'll go and make it real.
We want that also.
I'll go and make it real.
Cat pics, perhaps? They want the cat pics.
I'm just not built to be an influencer.
Wait, I'm dumb as hell. I left pins in here. I have more pins. Okay, well, that's okay.
Here's my swallowtail. This one's just a small one.
Beautiful.
Smudge. This was so much fun. I can't believe it was like, I was kind of nervous. I was like, can insect penning like really be
a whole stream?
Hours worth of entertainment?
I'm sorry if you weren't expecting to be here this long. I also didn't realize how long we were live.
We're having a blast. As long as everyone else is having a blast.
Got in the flow of pinning, you know. I can't stop.
It's one of those like flow states, right? So yeah, like, you know, you could also like, if any of y'all, like any of you in chat are interested in doing this, you can do it with like local stuff. There also might be like junior entomology clubs near you. So, you know, you could reach out and see. Yes, Helen, you're allowed. Helen made an Elmo GIF or GIF, however you say it, of me in my costume, and they want to add it to the Discord.
Great.
Or not, or the emotes or something. I don't know.
Smokey, there's nothing in my area. Oh, I feel like so many of you have turned into bug people, at least in the past, what, like 2 years? Have you? Where did you find all the dead butterflies? They were collected in the 1980s, some in the 1990s for research, but then never got used for research.
Sad, but now they get to be used for
bug people. Bug people everywhere.
Wait, I wanna show off mine. You've got yours all nicely displayed.
Wow! Oh my gosh, so fun. Look at us go. Yay!
You want to do an encore of any of the dew bugs?
Yes. You guys want to see the live bugs again? I'm doing my thesis on aphids. Bless you.
Ooh, very fun.
Best of luck.
Good job. Grad school ruined me.
That's why I said bless you.
Grad school ruined me.
Good luck, good luck, good luck. I see the duck lamp. Yes, the duck lamp is in frame, everybody. It's huge. Friends!
Also, tomato lamp.
Tomato. I didn't realize it was a tomato. So funny.
I don't know. I don't understand. Okay, this is my sewing chair, and it's not cooperative for live streaming. Say hi to our Australian spiny stick insects.
Spiny stick insects. Hi, ladies.
So these are Ecstatosoma teatratum is what they are.
How heavy are they? Are they like significant?
Oh, they're weighty. I mean, we can put them on a kitchen scale.
It's okay.
Oh, that's a good pick.
They're so cute. They're so cute.
And so they have an okay like sense of smell and taste, but honestly, they're kind of like lazy bugs. They have pretty bad eyesight. They have pretty bad taste. They mostly do everything by feel. That's why, like, there's some drama. There's some discourse here.
Drum. Guys, live drum. We got another... Oh, caught. They said we were not doing anything. What are you talking about?
They got caught.
So funny. They're so cute.
Sometimes they used to do their defensive things, and now they no longer do anything because they're so spoiled. I was going to try and get them to... And they used to, like, you know, curl up and look like a scorpion, but they're so spoiled. Spoiled ambassador.
They're just chilled out.
Caught.
They're calm.
Caught. Here's my influencer hand. And so here we have the Ecstatosoma.
It does look like, also because you're vertical, it does look like an Instagram reel. Like you look like a bug influencer.
Link in bio. Okay, and then one more for the others.
So they don't have stingers even though it looks like it?
Question? No, they just have these open spaces where eggs come out. So they just have like an open ovipositor. There's no stinger or anything. They have some spikes on them, but they're not really stingy.
Do they smell like anything? Stevie asked.
No. They smell like bug.
Kind of looks like shrimps.
Shrimps is bugs.
Maybe a little bit.
And then here are the leaf insects.
Cute! I love these ones.
These actually do their job. Look.
That is a leaf.
How would you know?
She's holding one leaf and one insect.
Oh, I didn't grab the other one that has the gaps missing out of the wings where they accidentally munched on each other.
No, they thought they were leaves.
I know. They're settling down.
They're so cute. Looks like real life Pokemon.
Yeah, they have like the veins that almost look like a
so crazy
wing and everything. I know, they're insanity.
I love bugs.
I'd
put them in a salad. No!
No! No!
No, they're nice. And these are ladies also, right?
Yes, they are ladies. These are the females. Can I get a good focus?
Their antennae are like so short.
They're so
I feel
funny.
like they could be longer.
I guess
how she smells.
Hiding. It is exactly how she like smells and tastes. So like you can mess with her. Oh, I took away from the camera. I'm not meant to be an influencer. You can kind of grab her and she'll move her antennae to kind of smell and taste to see what's going on.
Climbing. Wow,
Cut.
she's amazing.
She does so good at her job.
What do they eat? Leaves?
Leaves. They eat the leaves. They look almost identical too. So they eat like
on accident.
Sometimes they do. Yeah. Yeah.
She is really strong.
Anyways. This is so much fun.
This is kind of bug known as afraid of Shirley, right? I bet a lot of people are scared of these when you use them for education, huh?
Yes. So we usually start softer and then like move out to more hardcore bugs.
So the gateway bugs.
The leaf insects are like usually the gateway bugs because they're very still, they're very calm, they don't have any spikes. Something that freaks people out are like the tarsi, the claws on bugs, how they'll kind of try to stick on you and they think that they're being like bitten or stung or something. And so the Australian spinies are like one we bring out later when they become more comfortable. But yeah, they're really great ambassadors for like people who are deathly afraid of insects. That is some things that we try to introduce them to.
Right. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Guys, what a successful bug pinning stream. What'd you guys think? Did you learn a lot? Did you have a nice, chill, relaxing time?
That was so fun.
Hooray! Big claps, Drakes. When they, you know by now, when they say Drake, it's them clapping for you. For Allison, for sending me these butterflies and the supplies and the pins and the parchment paper strips that she cut herself, and being here on video for hours to do the stream, teaching me how to do it and teaching you guys all about it. So nice. Thank you so much. This was so cool. Amazing.
Bug girls have fun.
Amazing.
Bug girls have fun.
Bug girls just want to have fun. We had
Bug girls
fun.
just want to find bugs.
Okay, guys, if Allison makes a bug influencer Instagram, I'll let y'all know. But you can join her bug Discord. If you guys want to link it, you can join her bug Discord.
You can do that.
I'm going to raid Alveus now, so you guys can get over there. Georgie got fed today. Some of you guys probably missed that. He ate a mouse today. It was glorious. He loved it. And that's all I got. Allison, do you have anything? What?
How many people are online right now? Sweet baby Jesus.
Oh, it's 5K.
Color me impressed. 5K
5K people love bugs.
I don't have anything to say. Thanks for letting me play and do chats and stuff. I have a lot of fun.
Oh, of course. Chats are the best. I actually look forward to it.
And I guess I'll see you soon. I'll see you soon.
Okay, thank you, Allison.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you. Okay. All right, guys. That was so nice of her to come on and do that for this long. So cool. So cool. I'm stoked to frame these. I don't know when or how or what but I'll do that. I'm pretty proud of them. I feel like they look pretty good, except for this one. He's really messed up. But otherwise, pretty good. Yeah, she's amazing. She is amazing. Where can I find her bug Discord? Can you guys link it, please? I'm going to raid Alveus. The next stream that you will see me on is Sunday on Squeaks' channel at 1 p.m. CT. It's 3 p.m. CT right now, for reference, if you're in a different time zone. So be back for that. I think he announced everyone's going to be there, right? I don't know. I can't keep track. But why'd the raid get canceled? Oh, it was going. I don't have new merch info. I haven't heard from Connor on when the cams will be up. So be patient. Yeah, we'll have extra Emily here, Cinna, Pay Money, Wubby, and Squeaks on Sunday. So I will see you then for that. Pandemonium. Cool. All right. Thank you guys for watching today. See you on Sunday. And then see you on Monday on this channel next. Goodbye. Thank you.